Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
And welcome.
Hey.
And welcome to a very special festive edition of Diceolation. For those of you who are new or joining us for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. By way of introduction, we are Diceolationists. When lockdown first hit here in the UK back at the start of March 2020, we decided to put together a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign to help keep us all sort of sane and try and wait this thing out. Since then, we've been broadcasting our sessions every other week here at twitch.tv/WizBoom88 for anyone who wants to listen along or join in on chat. Tonight is a special Christmas session featuring some of our regular cast of adventurers. This is a completely standalone session, so don't worry if you've never listened along before. My name is Tom, and I'll be your GM for this evening's special one-shot session of Lasers and Feelings, which is a one-page... It's a one-page sci-fi role-playing game created by John Harper. If you want to have a look and maybe play the game yourself, head to www.17design.com/laserfeelings. That's laser with an S, not a Z. For those who are unfamiliar, here is a quick rundown of how the game works. Tonight's party are a crew on board a spaceship working for the Consortium, who is a pan-galactic alliance of various planets and races. Each character has a number representing where they sit on a spectrum of lasers, which is technology, science and logic based, to feelings, which is more intuition, diplomacy and passion based. Whenever they try to make an action, they roll a number of six-sided dice based on how prepared, proficient and assisted they are in that action. If the roll is lasers based, so anything along that sort of technology, science and logic bent, they will need to roll below their character number to succeed. If the roll is feelings based, they will need to roll above their character number to succeed. If any of the dice rolls are exactly their number, they achieve laser feelings, which counts as an indeed. This counts as an immediate success, and they get to ask for an insight from the GM, which I have to answer honestly. So, without further ado, let's meet tonight's adventurous crew. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please, folks.
Hi, I'm Dangerous Dave, Capitarn, the Dangerous Captain, and I'm here to meet some new alien bitches.
How am I meant to follow that? Hi, I'm Doctor, the intrepid doctor, and I'm here to solve weird space mysteries.
Hi, I'm Swann Dyve, the hotshot pilot, and I'm here to shoot the bad guys.
Hi, I am Badger playing Major Hajj Beaunair, the dangerous soldier, and I'm here to prove myself to get back to real action.
And joining us slightly later than Build is Mr. James Harper, who will be playing Esse DeFuego, the hotshot scientist who's here to solve some weird space mysteries.
Monsters Inc. Woo!
Wasn't it Mystery Inc?
I don't care, all of them. Monsters, mystery,
All the incorporated whatevers.
all the incorporated whatevers, yeah.
Fantastic. So,
The United State of whatevers.
So, the ship you are currently stationed aboard is the Consortium salvage vessel Macrura. Your ongoing mission for the last year has been to explore deep space, recovering any usable materials and resources from abandoned or derelict vessels. Your most recent recovery has been 2 intact and functional fighter craft from the hulk of a badly damaged carrier. The Macrura itself is a fairly bulky craft, armed with high-energy cutting lasers designed for breaking down ship hulls, and breaching charge launchers for cracking asteroids. Much of the ship is taken up by a large salvage bay for carrying as much cargo as possible. With the exception of the 2 fighters, much of the bay is occupied by stacks of storage cubes, material containers, and carefully stacked recovered equipment, all labelled and documented and representing a hefty Christmas bonus for all on board. The rest of the vessel is broken down into the crew quarters, science and engineering bays, and the helm. Narrow corridors and junctions lit by harsh neon light tubes connect the interior sections. Only the external chambers have any viewports to the outside of the ship. So, we open on the bridge of the Makrura. Captain Dangerous Dave Capitarn sitting in the captain's chair. Stationed at the helm is Swann Dyve, the alien pilot. And Swann, you notice that there is a blinking light on the console in front of you.
Guys, there's a blinking light on the console in front of me.
Dun dun dun.
I should know what this means as I am the pilot.
You do indeed.
Do I know what it means?
You do. So,
Good, I thought so too.
punching up a few panels on the console, you are informed by the ship's computer that it is a vessel detected by the long-range scanners. There seems to be some interference that is obscuring the vessel's registration or status.
There's a vessel coming towards us by the looks of things. Can we tell anything about it? Can we tell if it's hostile in any way, or we just know that it's on its way at the moment?
Look, we know nothing about them, their language, their history, or what they look like, but we can assume this. They stand for everything that we don't. They also told me that you look like dogs.
Let's blast them.
Well done.
Brilliant.
So, you have got your tactical officer on board, Major Hajj Beaunair, and you've also got the ship's doctor, Dr. Doctar, at your disposal.
Tar.
The ship's science officer doesn't appear to have woken up yet. So,
Typical.
Captain Dangerous, with this information, what would you like to do?
I think we're going to start blasting.
That's your initial thought.
Yeah.
It was a tactical decision from the military.
Fair enough. So, as Pilot Swann punches in the coordinates, you start making your way towards the signal that's come up on the scanners. After, say, about 20 minutes or so, you start to get closer in range. And on the view screen on the front of the ship, you can see that there's definitely a vessel. Appears to be drifting in space.
Nice.
Just aside from the unknown vessel itself, you can see a swirling vortex in the blackness of space.
Affected the ship.
Doesn't appear to be. The ship just appears to be drifting.
Only we had some clever sciencey people.
Close to it.
Come on, guys. Use your gadgets. Find out what's going on here.
We all have the same gadgets, don't we?
What happens
Look,
if we just?
I'll just tell you where to go in this bloody thing. You guys do all the scanning stuff. Come on.
What if
Yeah.
we hit it with a with a laser and see what happens?
Then just hit it with a high laser and we'll see what happens. If they're cowards, they'll explode, won't they?
I meant the swirly thing. Let's just aim for the swirly bit.
I would like to shoot the lasers at the oncoming vessel.
Okay. So,
You're not the captain here. I am.
I'm doing what the captain has ordered me to do.
Fine.
Pew, pew, pew.
So as the discussion breaks out about what to do about this abandoned vessel next to the spatial anomaly, the ship's scientist makes their way onto the bridge, demanding to know what's going on.
Yes.
Someone give him a brief.
You're the captain.
You guys debrief him. I can't be bothered.
There's a vessel and a vortex.
He actually here.
Science Officer Esse DeFuego, what do you make of this report?
I've literally sat down. I have no idea what's going on.
Too much of that old space gin. No.
So, to bring you up to speed, the ship has come within range of what appears to be a vessel drifting in space next to some sort of vortex.
And so far, the military tactical officer has suggested firing at it.
Oh, gee, willikers. Have we checked for any signs of life?
No.
I haven't got time for that.
His initial thing was to shoot at it.
Well, how do we know if we're killing anything if we've got no signs of life?
Oh,
You
that's
can't
what
feel
I
bad
did.
if you don't know.
But then we can't feel good either.
But we will have salvage, and that's what we need.
I have a feeling we should scan.
Holy seismic speculum, Doctor, you're right.
Doctor.
Doctor.
There we go.
Okay, so doing a quick cursory scan before the ship is fired upon. DeFuego, you find that there are... The ship itself is in a powered down state. It appears to be an older model scout class vessel running on auxiliary power. Just enough to maintain basic functions of the internal computers and life supports. All other major systems are showing as offline, and the scanners do show that there are 5 life signs on board.
Could be alien bitches.
Well, kiss my grits.
If I must.
I believe you've piqued the interest of the captain saying alien bitches.
I was eating ice cream. Sorry.
That's what makes you
As
dangerous.
can see. You've spilled ice cream in the console again.
Captain, there are 5 life forms on this ship. Do you still
Do
want
they
to
have a
fire?
pulse?
I believe so.
Then let's get to it.
To what? Are we still shooting? Or we...
No, we need to board it. If they've got a pulse, I've got to get on it.
On the ship.
Okay. I will fly the ship over to the other ship then. In
Okay.
that case.
In which case, can you do me the honour of making tonight's first roll, please? This will be a lasers roll, as you are trying to deftly pilot the Makrura to within boarding distance of the other vessel.
Okay. So just 1d6.
So it's 1d6. No, actually, I'll say it's... we'll say it's 3d6 because you are proficient at flying the craft and you are certainly prepared for this kind of manoeuvre from your training.
Okay, and I've got to try and beat my lasers score.
So as it's a lasers roll, you're looking to roll below your value.
With 3 dice.
So yeah, you're rolling 3 dice and you're looking
Cool.
to roll below a 5.
Okay. I got a 5.
Yep, so
That's my first
Ooh.
roll.
that is straight out of the gate, laser feelings.
Yeah, I got 13 in total.
So the way that the dice rolls work, you just need to let me know how many succeed and how many fail. At any point, you won't be rolling more than 4 dice.
Oh, so it's not what you... It's not
So
them added together.
So it's not your totals, no.
right.
It's just the number of successes and failures on those dice.
1 success, 2 failures.
But it was a laser feelings roll. So if you roll
'cause it was bang on,
exactly
yes,
your
sorry.
number, laser feelings occur. So
2 laser feelings and 1 success then.
So similar to with D&D, 1 laser feelings is an immediate success. No other rolls are required.
Cool.
So you expertly pilot the Makrura to within boarding distance. Because you've got laser feelings, you also gain a GM's insight, which I have to answer honestly.
Are the people on this ship hostile?
From the scans,
Gotcha.
no.
That's bloody ominous.
Oh, that's vague. Okay, so I guess with these questions, you have to be extremely specific
You should
to
have asked
get,
how
to
to
sexy
get
they
what you
were.
want.
Yeah.
You can ask any question. The catch is I have to answer honestly.
Yeah, but from the scans doesn't tell us anything, does it? Okay, that's fine. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So the ship is now within boarding range. As far as traversal goes, you don't have any kind of like boarding tubes or connecting ducts, so this is going to be a case of hop in an airlock, hop across, and make your way in. Now, all of you have got a standard issue consortium spacesuit, which is kitted out with a energy helmet, so that you can do any kind of extravehicular activities in space without having to worry about oxygen or breathing. You are all equipped with a standard issue variable phase pistol and an Omni tool, which functions as a sort of communicator, tablet computer, diagnostic machine. It's very, very multifunction. So, who is it? Everyone going to be going aboard the vessel, or are you taking just a board party? How do you want to do this?
Send the red suits.
Ah, gee, mine's in a nice blue.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm in yellow.
I'll go shoot people.
I'll be red, yeah.
Is that so you can piss yourself? And nobody will
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Me and the major will go aboard.
It's
I fe-
decided then.
I feel I'd go aboard.
No, we've got our crew now. There's the two of them.
And
Okay.
we got
Well, there you
set the beam phase pistol to kill, obviously.
To stun.
Does
Look,
the
you need to
stun
bring
function?
some of those bitches back. So,
Oh, fine.
So our orders are to capture.
Space pictures.
Kill anyone.
Do we have to capture all of them, or can some be killed?
If they're ugly.
what bags are for?
As you're
Maybe we should
discussing
just
this,
parlay first.
there is a ping from the console
I'll
next to the
I'll let
captain's chair.
my pilot decide on the
On the deck.
on what course of action needs to be taken at said time.
Okay. I'm in charge then, Major.
Whoa. Can't be having any of that shit.
At this point, there's a ping from the communicator console on the captain's chair.
Ping.
And you hear a voice saying, Captain, this is the 6th wave AI shipboard computer. Just so you know, you are currently on your 3rd violation of interaction with alien species. Maybe perhaps a more diplomatic course of action is required.
They've interacted with me, not the other way around.
It's not quite true though, is it? Because we've come to them.
Look, we don't need to get into the logistics of it.
I'm afraid
It's
Pilot
just-
Dive is correct. The vessel appears to be derelict and inert. They have made no hostile movements against us.
Well, that sounds like a them problem, really.
Okay.
So we've got our boarding crew. We've got Pilot Dive, Major Beaunair, and Scientist DeFuego. Are you going aboard as well?
Ah, sure, why not?
Okay.
What a porky pig.
Oh boy, I'm sure excited.
Cool. So you make your way down to the ship's airlock, suit yourselves up, and as the door closes behind you, you hear the hiss of the chamber depressurizing. And then the hull side doors open. And it's Pilot Dive's done quite a good job, with the parking arrangements here. You are a decent enough distance away that just a short jump with your backpack thrusters should get you across the void and quite easily onto the outside hull of the Raptor.
Ooh. I'll go first.
Okay. And can I ask, how are you going first?
Send the Barbarian first. I need my pilot to come back in one piece.
I'm gonna jump with my thrusters.
Oh, you dirty lady.
Okay. You aiming for anything in particular on the other ship?
The airlock.
Fair enough. So we're going to call this another lasers roll, because you are making a calculated decision to aim for a specific target. How proficient are you with flight packs?
I don't know.
I mean, she is a pilot.
It's true.
Do I know that?
Yeah, I'd say yeah. So, if at any point you feel that you should be proficient with something, if you make a valid argument in favour of that, then I will allow it.
Yeah, I'm a space pilot, so I'd have piloted space packs.
Cool.
In space.
So that's going to be 2d6 then, please. And we're looking to roll below a 5.
Both successes.
Both successes. Beautiful. So yeah, you take aim, brace yourself, and with a very nice, steady control burst on the thruster pack, manage to land and grab hold of one of the railings on the outside of the ship next to the airlock. Who's going next?
I'll jump.
Cool. How are you jumping? Are you throwing caution to the wind and leaping out and then hitting the thrusters, or are you...
Is there wind in space?
There is no wind in space.
I'm just going to see that Swann Dyve's gone for the door, so I'm just going to run,
Swann
jump,
Dyve.
and then hit the thrusters towards there.
Okay. So this is a bit more impulsive, so we're going to call this a feelings roll, please. Have you got any proficiency with flight packs previous?
I would have thought so, being a major of the Space Corps.
That's fine. Yeah.
Fighting.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, 2d6, and you're looking to roll above a 3, please.
I got 2 6s.
2 6s. Fantastic. Yeah, so even then you've taken basically a running jump into the void of space and then press the button to go. You managed to land, you sort of... whatever the 90-degree version of like the superhero 3-point landing is, you managed to achieve that and grab onto the rail on the
marine style.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. That is the image. You've just hurled yourself into space, disregarding safety and wisdom. A major landing. And finally, Scientist DeFuego.
Well, Fuego by name, Fuego by nature. By G, I kind of feel I would just go by the seat of my pants with a beautiful horizontal arc.
Okay. Do you have any experience with thruster packs?
I'm a rocket scientist. I'm a brain scientist. I'm an alien scientist. I'm a Fuego scientist. I'm an omni scientist, really. So rocket, little jumper rocket thingies, the little doohickeys at the back. I like them. I dig them. I've got a lot of experience with them, with the jumping and the boosting and that one.
Okay. So, as you are using your scientific experience for this, and you're prepared for it, it's going to be 2d6 as a lasers roll. So you're looking to roll below a 2.
Okay, 2d6. I got 1.
Is that 1 success or
one success? 1 success.
1 success. That's fine then. So yeah, you. It's been a while since you've used them, so it's a little bit shaky to start with, but you managed to make a landing and just about grab onto one of the railings there with the assistance of your crewmates.
Can I grab onto Major Beaunair?
You can.
Come on.
Sick.
Goddamn scientist. Get used to it.
So on the outside of the airlock and the other vessel, there is a control console, and you can see just a little faint blinking green light on there.
I want to touch it.
Okay. As you do, the small panel below it flashes up a message saying airlock secured.
Ooh. Wonderful.
Let's go in then.
And away we go.
Okay. So how are you getting in?
To the doors of the. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Uh,
I'm going
through
to try a passcode
door.
of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Let's just call this a feelings roll, because let's be honest, you've got to be guessing at this stage.
Yeah. And I'm guessing it's only one because I don't have proficient with this.
Unless you can make me a valid argument that you're used to randomly guessing the combination codes for space airlocks, I'd say this is going to be
Major
1d6.
Beaunair's an avid gambler.
And what am I going to roll then?
So you're rolling a 1d6 and you're looking to roll below a 3.
I got 2.
Bizarrely enough, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the passcode. The door just opens in front of you.
Oh yeah, these old chips. No one ever changes the defaults.
So you all haul yourselves into the airlock. Once you're inside, press the button to secure it. The outer door slides closed, and you can hear the chamber repressurizing on that. Your Omnitool readouts confirm that the air is breathable, albeit quite thin. So you are safe to remove your helmets if you wish to do so.
I shall.
Cool. Okay, so you're now on board the Raptor. You can see that the illumination through the corridor in front of you is very dim. Similar lighting, construction, and sort of hallway arrangement to what's on the Makrura, but it's literally like someone has turned half the lights off, and the ones that are on are running on dim power. There's a couple of.
Do our spacesuits have lights up?
They do, yes. Yeah. You've got little like shoulder-mounted torches on there to make your way around, and there's a couple of sort of computer consoles built into the walls, just idling on there. Whilst those guys are exploring the Raptor, Captain Dangerous Capitarn and Dr. Doctor still aboard the Makrura. What are you guys up to?
Well, I was just about to ask Tom. Is our ship capable of communications or intercom, so we can keep in contact with the guys on the Raptor?
Yes, yeah. So communication system on the Makrura is linked into their Omnitool pads.
So as the doctor of the ship,
to them.
I feel like it's my responsibility to monitor the comm, get back the information to Dangerous.
Yep.
And also to monitor their life signs, life force.
Okay, that's fine. So you've taken up position at the science station on the helm,
That's
which is
the station that I was looking for.
Which is basically just an alternate login for the flight controls.
I'm just enjoying my ice cream in the captain's chair, waiting to hear back from. I mean, I can't understand why they're taking so long. Personally, it's not like they're shagging in the air, is it?
They've been gone maybe about 5 minutes at this point.
Too long.
So on the now reconfigured science console, you can see the vital signs readouts for the 3 crewmen on your 3 crew people over on the Raptor. You can see that the comms, you can hear them chattering back and forth amongst themselves.
Yep. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And obviously, I'm going to communicate with regularly. Guys, okay?
Yes.
Testing. You guys okay?
Yep.
Well, there.
Yeah, I had to catch the scientist.
And by golly, what a great catch it was. Whew! I could have been sailing through the universe.
Doctor
we
Doctor,
managed to make
can
Doctor.
you can you make me a lasers roll, please?
Great.
I'd
Just
say
the
with 2 dice, because this is going to involve. This is you monitoring the life signs on board the other vessel.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do it right now.
So
And I
2d6,
rolled.
and you're looking to roll.
Oh dear!
above
I
a
failed
2.
on both, Tom.
Below a 2, sorry. Failed on
Yeah,
both.
I got
okay.
a 6 and a 5.
Okay. So you think to yourself, maybe I should just go and see what's going on with this these 5 life signs we picked up on board. And you are a little bit unfamiliar with the way that Swann Dyve has reconfigured the control panel. So after booting up what is basically the consortium default program equivalents of Solitaire and Minesweeper, you eventually manage to bring up the medical readout for the other vessel, which shows that the 5 life signs that you detected are in the Raptor's medical bay.
Guys, I'm looking at some dots and some lines on the screen here.
What dots and lines?
And just from guessing, I had a bit of a feeling. The life forms above board that ship seem to be congregated in some form of medical area. It's currently on the opposite side of the ship that you're on.
Oh, you silly goose! You should be over here with us then, if there's a medical bay.
Oh yeah, but I'm only good for healing, not for exploring. If only we had an explorer.
If only we had an intrepid explorer that didn't cancel last minute. That would be great. That would be real useful by now. Oh well.
Captain, can you just make me a quick feelings roll, please, to demonstrate your frustration that when this crew set out a year ago, you were planning to have an explorer on board, but they cancelled at the last minute. That's going to be a single d6, and you're looking to roll above 5.
Dave?
The suspense is killing me.
I don't think he even heard any of that, did he?
Gotta roll some dice, Dave.
Well, just the one, actually.
I got a 5.
Oh!
So that's laser feelings.
He got some laser feelings.
So in a perfect, almost perfect arc, you slam your fist down on the control console to the side of your chair.
God damn that explorer!
In doing so, there is a chirp from the speaker in the chair goes, Captain, you require refreshments. And at both the science console and the captain's chair, 2 cocktail glasses containing some sort of blue beverage just pop up.
Nice.
Thank you.
You also get laser feelings, as that is your number, so you get to ask a question, which I have to answer honestly.
Make it specific.
How quickly can we blow up the ship? Our ship.
How quickly can you blow up your own ship?
Yeah.
Pretty
Experimental
fast.
reasons. Okay.
Pretty fast.
Great.
I'd say 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
You could blow up your ship in 3 minutes.
Okay, cheers.
Cool. So, jumping back to the away team on the Raptor. So you're in the hallway, you've got the dim lighting, sort of inert computer panels, and you now know that the life signs you detect are in the medical bay on the far side of the ship.
Get my gun out.
So I'm just going to give some directions from here, guys. It's you got a good memory? It's down the corridor. It's a left, right, left, right, and you're there.
So, and then straight on till morning.
That's
Oh,
sure it wasn't-
Capitarn, you are such a stitch.
Are you sure
I
it
pull out
wasn't?
my blaster just in case.
Are you sure it wasn't up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right?
AB, AB.
Yeah,
Really,
that was what
really,
the code would be, wouldn't it?
I thought you put your left foot in, your left foot out, in, out, in, out.
Doctor,
But
can you
anyway.
just make me a lasers roll, please?
No, I had a feeling. Not a. Damn you. Okay. Failed.
Okay. It takes you a little bit longer than you're willing to admit to realise that the directions you were giving them, while technically correct, the medical bay is on the far side of the ship. The specific directions you were giving them was because you were looking at a Pac-Man maze rather than the layout of the other vessel.
Damn it. Just to say, guys, ignore that order from me. You're on your own.
How did you do that? Magic.
Specific magics. Okay,
We're gonna
so
he lays it out and enter into the sheep.
Major Beaunair, you've drawn your pistol. Scientist DeFuego also drawing weapons.
Well, I sure
Yeah,
did. Got to
I'll
make
probably
sure
the
these
same.
aliens know where they belong.
Let's see if there's any sort of map on any of these consoles in front of us.
Okay, cool. How are you searching the consoles?
I'm just going to press the big enter button, see if it turns on.
So we're going with a lucky guess on this.
Uh-huh.
Cool. That's going to be a feelings roll, please.
I got a 4, which is a fail.
I came here to eat ice cream and find out what was going on that ship, and I'm out of ice cream. So what are the answers?
So, from the punching the enter key, the console lights up. Doesn't give you any information, it's just a welcome screen at this stage. But it does display a message saying emergency power only, systems running low, please activate main power.
I'm just going to try typing map on the keyboard.
Okay. It does bring up a copy of the ship's layout on the screen.
Hey.
And it's got basically like a big "you are here" arrow pointing to where you've come in on the airlock. And it shows a highlighted path directly across the ship. It is literally the other end of the corridor that you're in. It shows the medical bay. About halfway along and on the left is engineering. And it's a sort of like T-shaped junction. So from where you are, straight ahead is medical bay. Down to the left is engineering. Down to the right is the helm.
Do we know what room the life forms are in?
Yep.
The medical bay.
Dr.
In the medical
R has indicated they're in the medical bay,
Right.
which is on the far side of the
Then-
ship, despite their confusing directions.
The ship
That's,
says we should put the
very
main
good.
power on, though. Should we put the main power on first?
That will alert them to our presence.
Who's got presents?
Father
Okay.
Christmas.
I head down towards the med bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lights are still dim, and as you enter the med bay, you can see that there are what almost looks like a crypt. There are a series of pods along the opposite wall. There are 6 of these. 5 of them appear to be occupied. One of them is completely empty, and there's no sort of lights or illumination on there. As you look inside, you can see that there are 5 people, 1 in each pod, with a faint sort of frosting on the glass panel on top of each of these pods. And there's a diagnostic readout at the top of each one, with what shows a very, very slow heartbeat. And each one says cryostasis active, subject healthy.
Does it say what then? names are, or what positions they are on the ships or anything?
Yep, their names and ranks are displayed on little badges on their uniforms. First pod, you can see there's a man in there, slightly greying hair. The badge reads Captain Locke. Next pod along is a woman with dark curly hair. Says First Officer Wrexham. Going along,
Rectum.
Wrexham, like the place.
Hmm.
Going along, the next three pods have the ship's medic, ship's engineer, and the ship's tactical officer.
Kill them.
Well, gee, why don't we just loot this place and then kill them after?
You'd also notice that their uniforms are the same as yours.
What?
I go and press the buttons on the captain's.
Capitarn, feed me this information. What is going on?
They found the life force. Life forms. And life force together.
Divided equally amongst 5 life forms.
Yeah. I just want to explain something quickly. As I'm a pirate doctor, I drank a lot of rum today. And it's starting to wear off.
Doing some boozy
But-
medics.
Yeah, in real life too. But
I am
That-
also hungover.
they found the life forms. They seem to be wearing the same uniforms as us.
What? This cannot be.
Are they human though? But are they clearly aliens?
They're all human. They're all human. They're not. I was going to say they're all wearing like standard issue consortium uniforms, same as you would have been given as like part of your standard kit and carry.
I press buttons on the captain's pod to try and wake him up.
Okay. Let's call this a feelings roll, please.
Got a 3.
A 3.
Laser
That is laser feelings.
Ooh.
Oh.
As you pour madly at the control console, the random jabbing of fingers actually manages to once again punch in the correct combination to start the pod activation. The readout displays sufficient power to restore 1 pod. Do you wish to continue reviving the captain?
Yes.
Wait a second. Who else was there? Captain and then
So you got the captain,
Med-
the first officer, the medic, the engineer, and the tactical officer.
I don't know who's going to be more useful to us.
Well, Captain, obviously.
Captain will know what's going on. He might
You're
be
not
able
here,
to restore
Doctor.
power.
I'm on the comms.
Oh yeah. Well, I've turned my comms off.
I mean, it's either the captain because he knows what's going on, or the engineer so he can restore the power so we can unpower.
All right,
the others.
fine, Captain. Okay.
Okay.
Just shank him.
Is the captain fit though? Because our captain wants bitches.
No, just needs to have a hole.
You asked for that.
I did. Was not disappointed.
Okay.
Okay,
so
I will allow Major what's his face to wake. the
Major
captain.
Beaunair, how dare you?
That's what I said. Major what's his face.
Oh, gee, I am sure glad we found some life forms. Otherwise, the captain might try and fuck the black hole next to the ship.
okay. So you start the reviving process, and you can see that the frost is starting to thaw on there. What's the captain's revive cycle? is coming online. You did get laser feelings, so if you want to go ahead and ask for your insight.
Was there something in that 6 pod that's still on this ship then?
Ooh, good question.
Um,
Damn you, Badger.
Who's Badger?
The 6th pod is unused. There's a layer of dust over the top of it. So there doesn't ever appear to have been anything in the 6th pod.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So, as the revive cycle starts to bring the captain back up to temperature, you see the lid rise up and they start to get up just a little bit groggy, sitting up and look around, a little bit blurry-eyed and like, who exactly are you?
I am Major
This is not a
Beaunair.
Game of who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are we? It's who the fuck are you?
See by your...
I'm Esse DeFuego. I'm so sorry about this blaster in your face, but I
that
need to
is-
determine who the heck you might be, and if or
Mm,
not you're
that
hostile.
is- Crewman, that is a distinctive voice you have there.
Why?
And
Why, thank you. My parents, well, they
Pig.
didn't do much. They kind of cast me away. But in another story, it's a little long to tell. Are you friend or foe? Because otherwise this blaster might just slip in my hand.
Captain just
And by
hold-
golly, that would be an
holds their
accident.
hand up and goes, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I've just been revived from cryostasis and my ears are a little bit sensitive. Could you perhaps
Shut the
maybe
fuck
just
up.
bring it down a register or two? That would be perfect.
Is this Eddie Birdie?
It's a little better, thank you.
I do appreciate the little bass here now, the little bass tones in my voice.
And you
But again,
change
if
in
you are
regional
going to be,
accents.
it's really hard to keep an accent going. They changed the tone completely.
Looking to Major Beaunair, they say, have any of the rest of my crew been revived yet?
No, there was
No.
only the powerful one.
What do you plan on doing? Well, we need to find out what they're doing.
What are
If
you? Why are
they
you
were-
here?
Our captain is asking, why are you here? And what's going on here?
What will happen if you revive your
Lot of-
Squaddo?
Lot of questions. I'll explain everything. The Raptor's original mission was to study the quantum tunnel, which I assume we're still near?
You mean the big black
Yes.
swirly thing?
Yes, the big swirly thing. That's pretty much how we'd describe it. We were here to study this quantum tunnel, but afraid my memory's a little hazy. Something went wrong, drained our power, and we had no option but to send out a distress signal and put ourselves into stasis to wait for rescue. I assume you're the rescue party.
We're a salvage party.
You know
You
what a
silly
human does.
goose.
Well, per Consortium Directive F12, I do believe that you may be our saviors in this. Thank you
I
for
wouldn't be
not
so sure on
immediately
this.
stripping our hull down for spare parts.
We weren't going to strip the hull down. The captain wants to strip something else down.
Oh, baby.
Captain, you say?
Capitarn. Captain Capitarn.
Capitan.
Capitan.
Dangerous Dave.
Mr.
Capitan.
Danger,
Other captains may know him as Dangerous Dave.
Mr. Dangerous
Yes.
Dave Capitan.
We're familiar with Captain Capitarn's reputation.
He likes to eat ice cream and lube it with it.
He does. I am surprised he's still in command of a vessel, especially after the event on Eras 5.
We don't talk about that.
It's probably for the
It was a
best.
dark time.
That there's a classified event.
So
Also
many,
assified, but that's just because he finds it funny when we say assified instead of classified.
so many widows and orphans. So many. Anyway, we really need to get the rest of my crew revived. I see that
No. We need to know what happened first.
Yeah. Punk.
well, first thing to finding anything out is going to be to restore main power.
Well,
Let's
by
see.
G, I suggest you sit down, or else this blast is gonna go off in my hand, and we're gonna have ourselves a terrible little accident.
Fine.
You know, you sound like someone who sells propane over there.
If we can get main power back online, then we can interrogate the ship's computer as well as reviving the rest of the crew.
Seems rather keen about this power. Why do
We
we
turn
need
the power on
Well,
and ask the computer, but no reviving till we know what goes on.
Why don't we use him as fuel?
well, the Raptor uses prototype spacefold engines. You can't just throw someone in there and have it wake up.
You clearly
We
underestimate.
can try.
I mean, once the power's back online, we should be able to get the ship moving again.
I'm sure
Where
if
do
you
you
give
want
me
to
enough time
go?
with the converter, I'll be able to just whisk you right in there, and then you'll be fuel in no time.
He's talking about his hole again.
Very well.
Alright, let's go find the power cell, shall we? Whatever the fuck it is.
I think one of us should stay here and
I
look
mean-
after Mr. Captain.
I
Well,
Sir?
can understand your distrust. Please, if it makes you feel any safer, then happy to wait here with one of your crew whilst one of you restores power. It's the main engineering console. It's standard interface. Shouldn't be difficult to get everything up and running again.
Well, I am a scientist. I mean, it's kind of like second nature starting things up again. Mr. Soldier, sir, Mr. Major Beaunair,
Mm-hmm.
how do you do today? You good?
How's
I've got one brilliant biscuit of an idea. How about you look after this here captain, sir, and I'll go over and just generate some more power, seeing as we're not making any converters or
We
anything.
never did get your name, Captain.
Oh, sorry, Captain Guido Locke.
Does that name mean anything to our captain?
Captain.
Okay.
Yeah, Captain Dangerous. If you want to make a feelings roll, see if you can recall that.
Let me just get back to you on that one. I got a 3.
Okay. So the name isn't familiar straight away. It's one of those like tip of the tongue, back of your mind things. You're like, I'm sure I've heard this name before. You just can't quite place it at the moment.
It's a shame, guys. I can't think of who it is. Could be someone that I know.
Well, he certainly knows
I
you're
don't want
captain.
to know. But we all know I'm the boss around here. That's right. I'm the boss.
Take a sip of your cocktail and pull out another tub of ice cream.
I never pull out.
Oh, gee, now he's talking about that song.
Oh dear.
Right.
It's a good job we're not a family show. Right. So, who's staying with the just conscious captain? Who's going to engineering?
I believe I'm staying with the captain.
I'll go to engineering.
I'll go with the scientist. SA.
Okay. So, Esse DeFuego and Swann Dyve, you make
Yes,
your way
sir.
to the engineering bay. Lights are still dimmed in there, but again, you can see a similar setup where the main console is just sort of blinking in this idle state, saying just says emergency power. Please engage main reactor.
How long have they been? Has he been
Yeah,
unconscious?
is there any way we can find out just how long this ship's been in the trickiest of situations?
If we
How
get
you
the
tr-
power on, can we
how
have
you-
the onboard computer?
You certainly could, yes, yeah. So,
Okay.
how are we dealing with the main computer?
Lots of banging.
I'm gonna just push a load of buttons and see where we're at after a couple of goes.
Okay.
I think you should just get in there and start blasting.
Okay, so, Essa, if you can, let's call this a feelings roll. I'd say, you're certainly prepared for it. You're certainly proficient, so we'll call it 3d6 on there. Swann Dyve, if you want to help out, that'll be
Cool. Am I meant to get above my
so
number
you're
for
making
feelings?
so as you're rolling feelings, you're looking to roll above the value.
Okay, I got 3 out of 3.
Okay, 3
I don't think I
successes.
need to help.
Yeah, 3 successes.
Any laser feelings?
No laser feelings.
Okay. So yeah. So quite proficiently, you punch up the controls and you can hear the main reactor hum into life. And as you look around, you see the lights on board start to sort of cycle up. And as the main reactor comes online, you see the display starts to sort of go through its like loading sequence, and then pings up, ready to go. Back on board the Makura, both Doctor and Captain Dangerous, you see the sort of like hull and running lights on the ship start to illuminate and flicker to life on the Raptor.
Get him! What's going on?
They've got power, sir.
We sure have, Captain Sir. We got
the
all the
guys?
power. We got that main reactor humming like a hummingbird, sir. A hummingbird that's pretty chipper.
Is everything okay down there?
Couldn't be better.
Everything's great.
Everything is absolutely spectacular, sir.
Well, let's not worry about that beeping for now, then, Capitarn.
What beeping?
What? There was some weird beeping thing on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Stop shoveling your face.
Pavlova.
I can't believe you took food over. I can't believe you took food onto that ship with you.
Pilot
I
Dyve
get hungry on missions.
Pilot Dyve didn't take any food on there. It turns out there was actually just a pavlova in the engineering bay left unattended, but because the ship went into low power state, it effectively refrigerated it long enough for it to still be completely edible. So she's just there, just happily tucking in, not questioning,
Not bad, Pavlova.
not questioning why
Question
there's
how old it is.
not questioning why there's a pavlova in there, not questioning how it got there. Not questioning the until now unnoticed body lying next to the engineering console.
Dun dun dun.
The pavlova.
There's a body on the floor.
Possibly responsible for the pavlova.
He
Oh,
died with
boy!
the pavlova.
I give it an experimental kick with my shoe.
The body doesn't move.
Does it have a name tag on? Is it in a uniform like ours?
Yep. So it's in again in a consortium uniform. You can see that the uniform itself is a little bit simpler than yours. This appears to be like a non-commissioned officer or an ensign on there. And the name tag, it's the actual nameplate reads Wesley Redshirt, and there is just a little extra bit underneath that just says "in training."
Well, we could have seen this one coming.
Is it obvious what he died from?
How are you determining that?
I will use my eyes to see for any obvious wounds.
I'll put my hands on his body so I can make sure, like, I can feel how he died.
Okay, that's going to be a lasers roll from Swann Dyve and a feelings roll from
Sure.
Esse DeFuego.
And as a scientist, do I get an extra die?
I'd say as a what appears to be just a polymath scientist, yes, you would get it's going to be 2d6 from yourself.
I would have first aid training as a pilot.
Yep, I'd say certainly you'd have at least the basic flight school field medical training. So yep, 2d6 from yourself as well.
Wowie! 2 out of 2 for me.
And I'm going for less than 5, right?
So you're looking to roll. Yes, you're looking to make a lasers roll because this is more of a diagnostics rather than a gut instinct roll. So you're looking to roll less than 5.
1 success and 1 laser feeling.
Ooh, excellent. And DeFuego, what did you get? Sorry.
I got 2 out of 2. No laser feelings, but a big success either way.
Okay, so between the two of you,
This was a triumph.
you can see that there is a wound directly under the chin and on top of the head. And just near to the body, you can see that there is a phase pistol that has been set to its highest output. Swann Dyve, you also got laser feelings. What is your insight?
What made the wound in the body, in the chin?
This wound was definitely from a phase pistol.
Okay. Shall we head back, Esse?
I guess we best tell the others about the stiff in the engineering and tell them that we did it. We got the main reactor going. Oh boy! Oh, I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can interrogate the captain. Yeah!
Woohoo! Favorite bit.
Woo! Torture!
Okay. So as you make your way back to the medical bay, you can see that the captain is sitting on the end of the pod now, just talking quite happily with Major Beaunair. Notices you coming down the corridor and goes, I see the lights are back on. Nice work.
Gee, thanks. Couldn't have done it without your trainee in charge. By the way, what is your training curriculum? Does it involve like phase pistol training, like how to shoot the darn thing,
how to dodge a bullet,
how to dodge, dip, dive, duck, and
dodge
the other one?
Well,
Dive.
dodge.
Wait a minute. What? There's a body? Someone show me where this is.
It's dead.
Yeah, I want to see.
He's dead, Major.
I want to see. I'm the tactical officer. I need to see dead bodies.
Go
Well,
then.
why don't you head your merry way over to engineering,
Well,
and
what if
we'll
you just gotta show
we'll
me where
be-
it is. I'll get lost.
Why? We want to interrogate the captain.
Do you want to
Do that in
interrogate
a
the
minute.
stiff? Let me tell you, they're pretty unresponsive right now.
Folk-
This guy, though,
folks,
he'll be
folks.
responsive to all kinds of things.
Crewman, please. You're not making a lot of sense.
Mr. Redshirt, sir, he's super dead.
Ensign Wesley Redshirt?
The very same. See,
My
you knew him, and he's very dead.
God. At this point, the captain stands to his feet, does that little sort of sway, like they've got a bit of a head rush, and just quickly looks over and just says, "Didn't get to his pod in time. The
In
low
time
life
for
support
what?
must have killed him." Very well.
Oh, someone killed him.
Standard procedure in
Mm,
any situation like this would be to
Hmm.
alert our chief tactical officer.
Well, let's wake him up then. Get him to join the party.
Okay.
Hold on, you're waking more fools up?
I feel before we wake this tactical officer that we should go and secure any weapons in a hold somewhere.
Certainly. I mean, it points to a set of lockers on the far side of the medical bay. Goes, all the equipment we had when we went into stasis was stashed in there. There's a secure weapons locker in engineering. You can store anything that needs to be kept away from people in those
Right.
storage
Well, I
containers.
believe-
I have the password, but a ranking officer of captain or higher should be able to overrule security codes if they're able to get to the console on the lockers.
So if the Capitarn comes over, we can secure them.
Yes, Capitarn would certainly have the correct clearance to secure the weapons lockers.
Not to be
Captain?
meaning any disrespect, sir, but he is currently on a third strike and you're out kind of thing with the crew liaison.
Maybe the science officer could hack the console for me.
I wouldn't advise it.
Sure, give it a go.
Consoles are pretty highly secured.
Well, if Swann Dyve stays here with you and make sure nothing fishy happens, and we take the weapons and stash them somewhere on the ship.
I mean, that certainly helps.
That sounds downright logical.
Crewman Dive, would you be able to help me in reviving our tactical officer?
Give her a sec. She's just rematerialized, sir.
Hi.
Yes. So the plan is, me and the science officer, Esse,
Hi, that's me.
take the weaponry and hide it somewhere on the ship because we can't do anything else with it.
Right.
You stay here and help the captain revive the people and make sure nothing fishy happens in the meantime.
Sure.
And then we
Okay.
get ourselves a good old court case hoedown.
Great.
Okay. So,
So get
um,
the captain job in the lockers.
I think we should
Yep.
bring the doctor on at this point,
Uh,
seeing as these people might need medical attention.
yeah, sure. I mean, Captain?
Well, if they need you, needs must.
Then I'll get my suit on.
Just think, sir, the more people we resuscitate, the likelihood you score a goal, so to speak, sir.
They don't need to be alive, goddammit! You know what?
Oh.
I'm coming with you.
But you might need them a little thawed out, surely, sir.
Right. Looks like Captain's coming
Otherwise,
out.
otherwise you'd have fucked that ice cream at the start of the game, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
so the captain and the doctor make their way down to the airlock.
Mhm.
Major Beaunair, sorry. Major Beaunair
Quite all right.
and Scientist DeFuego, you are going to secure the weapons. Whereabouts on the ship are you going to secure them? Where are you taking these?
Yeah, well, I reckon that we go back to if SA shows us where engineering is, we can stash them somewhere in there.
What, you
I
really
know.
want to see this dead
Why don't
body,
we
yeah?
just leave them where they are? They'll look everywhere else except for where they are right now because we said we'd hide them.
They're literally stood here watching us take them out the lockers.
Mm, that's what I say.
So,
Right.
uh,
Well,
DeFuego-
I'm more of a feely kind of scientist, so yeah,
okay.
we'll put them in engineering.
So-
Have you guys just tried to be deceptive about it?
DeFuego and Beaunair are taking the weapons to be secured. Swann Dyve, you are in the cryo chamber with the captain. And he is intent on reviving the tactical officer as per ship's procedure in the event that a crew death happens under suspicious circumstances. Captain Dangerous and Dr. Doctor, you make your way down to the airlock. And Captain Locke has already automated the airlocks now so that you're able to effortlessly get across their automated opening and closing. So you boost yourselves over. So everyone is now on board the Raptor. So the tactical officer has started to be revived. Dr. Doctor.
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 Yourself and the captain.
Hi.
Yourself and the captain have arrived at the airlock on board the Raptor.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing first?
Oh, I feel like I should head to the medical bay.
Yep.
Myself alongside Swann Dyve, so she can brief us on what's happened, even though we've been listening the whole time.
Shh, don't give it away.
So yeah, I'm gonna head myself to the straight in front of me medical bay.
Okay.
With my pistol out.
I thought you knew where it was with those codes you gave them earlier.
Yeah, I was wrong. I was looking at a Pac-Man maze. It's actually directly in front of us.
Okay. So, as you get in there, you see Captain Locke and Pilot Dive, and they are just reviving the tactical officer.
Hi there, folks. Glad you could join us.
Who's this tosspot?
This is the captain.
Oh, not this again.
He seems to have heard of you, Capitan.
Well,
know.
who hasn't?
Captain Dangerous, at this point you recognise Captain Locke. Captain Locke is quite possibly one of the finest captains ever to grace the Consortium Navy. You
Oh, it's this guy.
know that their reputation is legendary as a commander, as a diplomat, as a lover. And you once
Oh, golly
got
gosh.
completely drank under the table by them when you were at the academy.
Can you believe this, guys? Not this one. He is shit. He is an absolute legend. He is a legend among stars.
I see you've heard of me then. Captain Locke,
Oh, yeah.
at your service. Captain Dangerous, is it?
Yes. You can refer to me as Capitarn, though.
Captain Capitarn.
That's it.
It
Yes.
seems that we've had an accident. One of our crewmen has perished.
Who wet
whilst
themselves?
We were in stasis. It appears that their death was under unfortunate circumstances. They appear to have suffered a weapons malfunction of some sort. Per regulations, I hand over command of this vessel to yourself for a full investigation before we are able to return to the nearest Consortium starbase.
Sweet, I got a new vessel. Just because you're a legend doesn't mean I can't have it.
Technically, I need to revive the rest of my crew in order to.
Well, why do you need them alive? My crew can just fly it for you.
Well, they're flying this ship. Who would be flying your ship?
That's fine. We can just drag it along. We'll just get the tow bar out.
It's not exactly how that works, Captain. I'm afraid you would need
Tell me how it.
a full crew to pilot this vessel.
Fine. All right. But if I sense anything going on, and my spider senses are tingling, you're going down.
Captain, can I recommend that I go and check the body out?
Do as
Okay.
you will.
Ah, my fucking neck.
At this point,
Uh.
the tactical officer starts to come round.
Oh dear, it's a lady.
Oh, gee, golly gosh. It's a girl!
You came in at the right time.
Oh,
Who
Jesus.
the hell are you?
Well, hey there! I'm
You're not
scientist
in the
Esse
room.
DeFuego.
You're not even in the room,
You're not
dude.
in the room.
Whoa, is it teleporting on this
I
ship?
am Esse DeFuego. I am hiding the weapons. I am not in the room where it's all happening.
Brilliant.
So,
At this point,
Saved.
the captain.
who are you? Right, you all need to stand perfectly still right now.
But I have a tremor.
I pull out a sidearm and I aim it at the captain.
Okay.
The captain or Capitarn.
I assume our captain.
I have more than one sidearm.
Oh, both captains are getting bullets.
Oh, I can see you have 2 arms. Duh.
You're not in the room.
Captain Locke holds up their hands and goes, "Officer Rammy, it's me, Captain Locke."
No, nobody moves until I can tell that you're not infected.
Infected with what?
Oh my god. Ah!
What are we
Where
infected with?
all the power went and everyone had to go into stasis, there was something on board the ship. I didn't think everyone would be in the med bay unless you all knew that.
Rammy,
Nope.
what are you talking about? There was no infection. There was no alerts.
Oh my
The
god.
Ship was damaged, and
captain is
we
sus.
had to go into stasis and send out a distress beacon. I sent the
Captain is
beacon
something-
myself.
There is something on the ship. And Captain, at this point, I do not know that you have not been compromised.
I tell you what, there is something on this ship, and she is fine.
I am hiding some weapons from you. I am hiding some weapons from you.
On that
I
jolly
have
note,
hidden some
we
weapons from
are
me.
going to take
Bring
a
me
brief
and you. How do
intermission.
you do?
Science Officer DeFuego, shut up! So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to see if we can't straighten this mess out. And see you all
See if
shortly.
we don't all murder DeFuego.
If
See you
can
all
resist
later,
it,
Star fans, if I make
we-
it through the interlude.
we'll be back in about 10 minutes. And we're back. So, would our guest star like to introduce themselves, please?
Hello, I am Heather, and I am Mrs. DM, or GM for this evening. And I will be playing Tactical Officer Bunctious Rammy, the savvy soldier. I've got this far by generally going with my gut, even though I am incredibly well trained.
Fantastic. So, to recap, Captain Capitarn and Dr. have just arrived in the medical bay with the revived Captain Locke and Tactical Officer Rammy, along with pilot Swann Dyve. Esse DeFuego and Major Beaunair are currently in the engineering bay of the Raptor, securing the weapons on board the ship. And Tactical Officer Rammy has made a rather surprising accusation in regards to the captain, who currently has a phase pistol drawn pointing at him. The
So,
captain's still
you-
holding his hands up and says, "Rammy, it's me. Calm down."
You need to back away, sir.
Now, have you tried calming your tits?
I think this bitch be cray.
Who the hell are you?
That is Dangerous Dave, the Capitan.
Captain, Capitarn to you.
Right. I don't know who you all are, but there's something on this ship.
I don't know who you
Something
are.
wrong. People started behaving strangely. We went to check the anomaly near the black hole, and we sent in scanners and to bring samples back. And not long after a lot of them came back, people started figuring out how we could attempt to fly the ship in. Now,
I think we
I don't-
should go into the wormhole.
I-
Personally.
No.
Why
no.
not?
Anyone who's looked at the data knows that there is no way you could get that ship close to and then back out of the wormhole.
We'll just go wherever it takes us. Be fun. An adventure.
A lot of the crew started behaving strangely and desperately wanting to fly the ship into the wormhole. And it's because of whatever is on this ship. And as far as I am aware, all of you could be compromised.
Well,
Looking
Me-
at you, Miss, let's fly the ship into the wormhole. Who
Me-
the
me-
hell are you anyway?
me and the captain have literally just gotten on the ship, so we can't be infected. Also, can I suggest we have two fellows out of the room that maybe we should call back at this point?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if you were compromised, that is what you would say. So I'm not dropping my phasers. Thank you. They can stay right here.
Said phasers to stun.
Major
Oh,
and
no, not
essay?
stun.
Major and Essay, come in.
Hello.
What?
Uh,
There.
We need you back here in the Medi Bay ASAP.
Oh, did you make a new friend?
Yeah.
You could say so.
Fantastic fraptious day. Okay. I'll be right there. Just hide in one of more. There's secret items that you asked us to hide.
Wait, you let those imbeciles loose with our weaponry?
Hey, who you calling an imbecile?
Oh my god.
And we do the lucky thing and the. Okay, on our way.
Okay, so DeFuego and Beaunair, you have successfully secured the weapons in the lockers.
Mhm.
So currently the only weapons on board the ship are in the hands of Tactical Officer Rammy, and each one of you that's come across the Makarura has your own phase pistol sidearm.
I guess we head back to the med bay then?
Is the doctor awake yet?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh God.
Have a slept a wink.
I'm technically a doctor for what it's worth.
Doctor,
Hi.
doctor.
Oh yeah,
I am Doctor
Doctor.
Doctor at your
Usually
service,
more,
lady.
usually more of a professor than a doctor. But hey,
yeah.
Doctor,
Dr.
up, Fuego.
Doctar and Captain Capitarn have somehow managed to bring their drinks across from the other vessel.
what are you drinking?
Piss.
Something blue.
Something blue side.
Excellent.
Are we back at the room yet, Tom? That's
Yes, I'd say by this point, DeFuego and Beaunair, you've made your way back into the medical bay.
Major and Esse, this is first super officer soldier lady Rammy.
Well, hi.
Rammy, could you just explain to our fellows what's going on?
There is something on board that is making the crew act strange. They're trying to fly us into the wormhole from which we will not be able to get back.
Hey,
How do we
if we hit
know?
that bullseye, the rest of the dominoes will fall
Well,
out
that
of the
sounds
park.
just
Checkmate.
just awful. Everyone knows you can't get back from a black hole, you silly gooses. What are you doing?
How do we know
Doctor,
that
are
the
you
black
able-
hole isn't a good idea? And that the infected one is Remy
Oh my
here.
God,
Rammy
you're stupid.
is
Doctor,
the
are you
infected
able
one.
to use our equipment so we can set up some scans?
I feel like that's something I could manage with maybe the help of my good friend Esse over here.
Oh, hi, that's me. I'm sure we could do something.
well.
you
I've
could
just
start
walked into
getting
a
them
room with
online.
one pointing guns, so I'm instantly going to shoot to stun.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh.
I'm a tactical officer, Sue. If I see someone pointing guns at my crew, what do you think I'm going to do?
So, let me get it straight. Beaunair, you're going to set your pistol to stun and fire it at whom?
Rammy, the one who's pointing the guns.
Uh,
Literally, as I walk in the room, like, oh shit, but
Activate my stealth badge.
you don't know I'm going to do it.
Okay. So, I'm going to need Beaunair and Rammy to both make me a feelings roll, as you're both kind of acting on instinct at this point.
Guessing, but yeah, okay.
Just
Yeah, we're just doing
roll.
one.
The
So
game is afoot.
I'd say
Can we just-
both of you get 2 because this is
Yeah, okay.
again, this is like something
Oh,
that
God.
you're both prepared to deal with.
I failed one and succeeded one.
Okay.
I've got my number already, but I got a 2 and a 3.
Okay, so
My number
it's
was 3, wasn't it?
yeah. So Beaunair, you aim the pistol and you set it to stun and you fire. Rammy, your number is 3, so you got laser
Yep.
feelings, which is a greater level of success. So whilst the shot fires and hits the medical pod, Rammy, you successfully activate your stealth badge and disappear from everyone's view. You also
Well, we
because of
can't have
laser
anybody hiding
feelings-
here.
Because of laser feelings, you also gain
yeah.
a GM's insight. So you get to ask me a question and I have to answer honestly.
If
We might
we
give-
You who left the toilet
scan-
seat
if
up.
we scan for this life form generally on the ship, will we be able to find it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. I haven't been here 5 minutes and you're already pulling a pistol on me.
Hey,
Is,
if I see someone
is-
pulling guns on my
is
crew,
Miss-
I'm gonna...
Is Miss Rammy still in stealth right now?
You are on my ship.
Yeah,
You-
Rammy is still stealth, so
you know
this
you
is just a
just asked a
disembodied
question
voice.
about life forms, and we already found that out on my ship.
Yeah, we did scan. I did do a scan for all life forms.
So you scanned the ship, you knew there was a dangerous life form on here, and you came here anyway.
No, we knew there was a life form.
It showed
And it
5
had
And a life
life forms
force.
and a life force. Maybe that's what I got wrong.
Well, then I'm sure you came prepared with the equipment and technology to subdue and sedate and
course.
capture.
Whole
Is
box
that-
of
you seen
bombs
this?
right here.
Have you seen this? And I start waving my blaster in the air.
The only way to do it is
That's-
by going into the wormhole. Told you.
Right, she gets scanned first.
I think it's mighty unfair that you're just like hiding away in the shadows. So I'm just gonna make an annoying noise until you come out.
Go on then.
Look,
So
I just need to make sure you all get scanned, so I know that I can trust that you're not compromised.
will this annoying
Also-
noise bring her out of stealth?
How about you get scanned first, so we know you're not
Yeah.
compromised.
Yeah, I think it's her.
You have been
I'm
here longer.
invisible and holding 2 blasters. Just get in the fucking scanner.
No.
Ah! Does my annoying noise bring her out of stealth?
I don't know.
Gonna bring
Make
me out,
me
Sal.
a feelings roll.
You have 2 blasters, and we have 6 people. So
Now, do I get like proficiency because I'm an
And
expert in
you're,
making
you're
annoying
holding one of
noises?
those guns to your own captain and me. So that means 5 people are aiming guns at you. So how about you get in the thing?
You can't fucking see me.
How many dice am I rolling?
So
3, because you're really proficient.
Rami
At
is
making annoying noises.
Rami is still in stealth. You are all aware that she has 2 phase pistols on her. I would say that Esse, if you make me a feelings roll, and yeah, I'd say you're proficient with making annoying noises. So that's 2d6.
That he is.
2d6.
Okay, laser feelings, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
It's enough to make Rami like cover her ears along with everyone else in the medical bay.
Shut it off! Shut it off!
I come out of stealth with my gun at Fuego's head.
Okay. Before we resolve that,
I say pull the trigger.
DeFuego, you got laser feelings, so go for your insight.
Is our ship in danger right now of drifting into the black hole?
No.
The black hole is good.
From the
As in our ship, the Macrura.
no. Despite your captain's dangerous reputation, he is well aware of where the handbrake is.
Okay.
It's next to the beer dispenser.
It is, yes. Yeah, it's next to the beer and salted
Drinks
snacks
holder.
dispenser.
Okay, so everyone, Dr. speaking here, just in case you didn't realise. Rami, you need us as much as we need you, so I'd appreciate it if you could lower your weapons. You need to help me set up the scanning machine, and I'm going to scan myself first, so you know the results won't be tainted.
Okay.
How about we pilot the ship?
And I'll
a bit
supervise
away
little
from
Miss
the-
Suspicious over there and make sure that she doesn't do anything in the all helm.
Yeah, good,
Is
good
that
work,
agreed?
Esse. Get Rami.
Are we all
And I
agreed?
got this blaster right here, right at her hip.
I stun Esse.
Okay.
I fire a shot. I fire a shot
Very mild,
from
sir.
the hip. I fire my blaster at Rami from the hip.
Okay. So I'm going to need to both of you make a feelings roll.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this did not go well for me.
Oh no, it did not go well for me, but only because I did the command wrong.
I was gonna say.
Okay, I got a 5.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah, you've both managed to stun each other.
Right.
So
I'm going to suggest, while they're both stunned, can I suggest that maybe I go with Miss Dive and we pilot the ship further away from the black hole?
I
Yes, it
suggest.
sounds like a good idea.
We can't pilot both ships at the same time.
No, but if we go to this one and just move it further back nearer our ship, away from the black hole.
How about we all get back onto our ship, shoot them into the black hole, and fly away?
I'll pilot into the black hole because I still think it's a good idea.
Well, we're going into the black hole still.
Okay, are we not suspicious about this right now?
Why are we suspicious about me? Someone you've known for over a year. We've been together on this ship now. You're not going to be sus of the person that's just like
She's
come out
I'm
of
sus.
some
She's sus.
cryo.
She's using words like
cryogenic thing.
sus.
I mean,
I've played Among Us. I know the lingo.
Among what?
And yeah, you're going to take this random person's word over someone you've known for a year.
But
I'm not
you've been
taking-
trying to take my position all fucking year.
I'm not taking any chances. Have any of you guys seen that film by Kurt Russell?
Which
No.
one?
The Thing. It could be any of us.
But it's
Someone get me a
definitely gonna
heated
be-
wire at the pipet full of blood. Let's go.
It's definitely going to be Rammy though. Why would she? She just came out of that cryo thing, all guns a blazing, banging on about some
Why do
bullshit.
you feel like you're a traitor all of a sudden?
I saw her
You
No
made
event.
one's
me
even
feel
pointing
like
fingers
one.
at you. Are you actually a traitor now? Is that what's going on? You're making
Captain, you're in charge. What are we doing?
tie the bitches up.
Oh god.
Remember, Captain, we've had warnings about this before.
That's okay.
Well, that
You're
head
falling
strike's
back.
coming in thick and fast. What a fastball!
I'm going to run out the
Shut
room.
up, DeFuego. We're both unconscious.
I'm,
I am not
Tom-
a character right now.
Tom, I would like to leg it.
Major.
Okay.
Yes.
So Swann Dyve is
Stun
gonna
her!
Swann Dyve's gonna leg it out of the room. Anyone gonna do anything about this? Go
Stun
with
her.
Not me. I'm stunned.
We're unconscious.
So Captain
Major,
Captain
stop her.
Capitarn, you were gonna stun her.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say this feels like
That's-
an instinctive thing. I'm gonna make this a feelings roll.
Feelings as fuck. Yeah, baby.
Oh, if only he had a 5 on his character sheet.
Have I got a roll as well?
I got a 2.
Okay. Swan, if you can make me also a feelings roll to see whether or not you dodge out of the way of this.
What do I need to get? Because I've already rolled.
You need to you need to get less than 2.
Oh, I got a 6.
You are now stunned, but you've managed to make it out of the med bay. You're unconscious in the hallway.
Brilliant. Wake me
Get
up when
him!
it's over.
Oh man, there's like so many stunned people on the floor.
If
Tie
only
the
there were a
bitches.
doctor who had something like smelling salts that could bring us back around.
Well,
you know,
I
that'd be
reckon-
Really...
I think we.
I left
I
them in my other pants.
I think we should lock up all of the stunned people.
I agree.
In the wormhole?
Major,
Wait, I can't
try
say
and
that.
find Major, try and find a way to keep the door locked.
I was going to say, can we
We'll
just
throw
like,
the other captain in there as well.
At this point, Captain Locke is just like, I have no idea how you've managed to survive a year as a crew.
I don't know either.
You should have seen the red shirts before this happened.
I was gonna say, is this when we let him know that it's our first mission still? We've been trying to do this mission for a fucking year.
I was going to say, should we lock them in separate cupboards or something?
I back in my pilot training days, my buddies and I
You're
would,
stunned!
wait,
You're stunned, you can't
wait,
talk.
hear me out. Would play around with stun guns a lot, so I'm rather proficient in getting over it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Either
Mhm.
way.
Oh,
That's what?
oh,
For ingenuity, yeah. Make me a feelings roll.
what if I just kind of like it?
And you can just
I've
sit there.
already had a really long nap.
You can just sit there blissed off your tits on stun energy.
Do I need to get less than 2 again?
No, this time because you're not going up against someone, you're looking to roll higher than 5.
Oh god, I'm gonna. Okay, got 3.
Yeah. When you played stuns, it was with a much lower power setting.
God damn it.
Yeah, training wheels are off now, pilot.
So can I,
Oh, that was so
can I
good.
like drag these people into separate cupboards and lock the doors? Is what I'm getting at.
No, we need to get them into the
Scanners.
Wormhole.
Yeah, let's just throw them out the chute.
Yeah, can I be telepathic to like some just spread the message of wake me the fuck up?
Well,
Search with my
So-
feelings, so to speak.
Wake me up before you go.
Wake me up inside.
I can't wake up.
Wake me up inside.
Save me.
So as of right now,
Save me me from my star.
As of right now, Swann Dyve, Esse DeFuego, and Tactical Officer Rammy are all stunned and unconscious on the floor.
Thanks,
Great.
there's a good night out.
Captain Locke is still standing there, a little bit uncertain as to what's going on with their hands up. And
This reminds me of the second strike.
the only crew members from the Makrura who are still conscious and apparently really fucking trigger happy are Captain Capitarn, Dr. Doctar, and Major Beaunair.
I just want to point out I haven't shot anyone.
No.
No, you're
That's
still
right, you're a doctor.
Tom, I want to ask you something about this
Yeah.
universal Omni tool.
Yeah.
Is that a like get out of jail free card? Like it's a tool that does pretty much anything we want within reason.
Consider it like the hybrid offspring of a sonic screwdriver and a data pad from Star Trek.
Because what I'm thinking to myself is, would mine have some kind of doctor facilities? Maybe an anti-stun, a wake-up shot of some sort, maybe an adrenaline shot built into it.
It wouldn't, but I'd imagine as the ship's medic, you would probably have access to such equipment as part of your standard field kit.
Okay, then. Well, in that case, I am definitely 100% going to go over to my good friend Esse,
Yep.
who is a fellow Mystery Inc. member.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wake him up.
Okay, that's fine. If you can go ahead and make me a lasers roll, please.
Oh bollock! Really? Oh, damn it! We've won. Am I only having one dice on this? Yeah.
I'd
'Cause I am pretty
say.
proficient. I'm pretty proficient with medical
I'd say
tools.
yeah. I'd say certainly 2. We'll call it 3 because you'd have
Yeah.
prepared for this. You'd have
Oh,
prepared by bringing
baby!
stuff with you.
Wake me up!
I got no, I got 2 fouls and 1 pass.
But that
Okay.
pass,
Maybe.
is that a lasers with feelings?
Nah, I'm a 2, ain't I?
Yeah, so you got lasers with feelings.
Did I? Oh yeah, because I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So yeah, you successfully managed to revive. Managed to revive Esse. And you gain a GM insight.
Ooh, tingly.
Ask him a question. He has to be honest. Ask him about his penis.
I've already
Ask
said
him
it.
about Rammy.
No, I'm not suspicious of Rammy.
You ain't sus.
I
I
am
would
still on the floor unconscious, dribbling on myself.
I would like to know what is it that Capitarn got in trouble for? Specifically
On Eros 5.
In detail.
on Eros 5.
In sordid detail.
Why have you got to open these can of worms?
Eros 5 was and I use the term was, the premier holiday and relaxation planet. It is known throughout the galaxy as it is everything to everyone who wants to holiday. It's got warm beaches, it's got ski slopes, it's got
beaches.
Yeah.
quiet, it's got like quiet little cottages, it's got nightclubs. It was the holiday planet. Captain Capitarn, however, tried to have every holiday available in the space of 72 hours of shore leave. In doing so, he caused so much damage to the local infrastructure, to the local economy, and most crucially, to the planet's weather controls, that it is now, to this day, uninhabitable. Captain
destroyed a
Capitarn
planet.
partied so hard he destroyed a planet.
Can I say?
And that's why he's my captain.
There we
Oh,
go.
Captain, my Captain. Well, hi, everybody.
So yes, you've managed to successfully revive, much to everyone's chagrin, Esse.
He is my
Great.
fellow friend.
Oh, Space Mystery Inc. guy, you're the best. You're the absolute cat's whiskers.
Okay, then I would like to next, if possible, attempt the same thing again on Remy. Rammy.
I've just stunned that bitch. You don't do it.
No, you stunned Swann Dyve.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to wake up
He's an
Rammy now.
impulsive captain. Cool.
Oh, there's like 2 whole girls in here. How do you tell us apart?
I need to go and check their vitals without their clothes on.
Christ.
So that's going to be another lasers roll, please.
I'll go for 3
Dr.
again.
3
Oh,
again.
William
Yep.
Shitner. That should have been a name.
William Shitner.
Sorry, carry on.
So I got 1 fail and 2 laser feelings.
Again,
Ooh.
great success. You managed to successfully revive Ramy, and you gain another GM insight.
Okay. Ooh.
This was the
Ooh.
trial.
Okay, I'm going to ask you. The scanners that we're planning to use, will
Yes.
they actually work to identify infected people?
Yes, they will.
Awesome. Then I suggest, Captain, it's okay with you, that we start the scanning. And
Who
keep
we
Swann
scanning
Dyve.
first?
I'd like to volunteer myself with the help of Esse
Archie, it would be my pleasure.
to
Why did we have to
show good
revive him?
faith to Ramy and the other crew. I'm
Before
happy to
that,
get
though,
scanned first.
I'm just going to check the engineering bay and make sure it's locked from all these weapons, because we've been firing things like an absolute firework display.
I don't feel like anyone should leave this room right now.
I agree with the doctor.
You should follow the advice of the doctor there.
I am the doctor, and doctors know best. We all know this. Antibiotics for everyone.
But I'm also a doctor.
You certainly are. But I would.
Yeah, but you're not a doctor.
I'd like you to help me scan myself.
Doctor, I can't thank you enough for reviving me. It's so kind of you.
I am a doctor. I help
Hello.
everyone,
Take this into another room.
apart from suicidal.
Perhaps the
pilots.
engineering bay.
I mean, if you're not happy with him going alone, I could go with him for whatever he's
I'd
doing.
like to help the doctor if I can.
I'll leave that up to the captain. This is the captain's decision.
Well, she might as well help you. She knows what she's looking for.
Oh, it's not that I was on about. Just if Esse wants to leave the room.
No, don't go anywhere. We just had this conversation.
Okay, no one's leaving anywhere. Okay. How do we go about the scannings?
Okay, so the medical bay is equipped with like a full body scanner. Kind of looks like a almost like a shower cubicle. You step into it, and who's activating the controls on the outside of it?
Well, that would be me.
So yeah.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Is it time for me to do another check to see if
I would say by now that the stun is starting to wear off and you are sort of groggily getting to your feet.
Can I crawl out the
Do-
room
do
without
I-
anyone
Do I hear
realizing?
this?
So you're trying to sneak out the room.
Yep.
How are you trying to sneak out the room?
Well, they're all chatting and scanning. I'm just gonna crawl off on the floor.
Okay, so
Like
you're
barely move.
going to tactically take advantage of this situation to try and
Mhm.
sneak off.
I
Okay.
am, yes.
So that would be a lasers roll, please.
I'm pretty good at being on my hands and knees, so I think I'd be pretty proficient at this.
Saw those liaisons with the Capitarn, innit?
I will
How else
allow.
did you get that
I
position?
will allow
or
you
into that
2d6.
She
for
didn't
that
get promoted for
comment.
free, that's for sure.
I gotta get higher than a 5.
No, lower.
So it's a lasers roll, so you're looking to get lower than
Oh,
5.
it's a laser. Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay.
Oh shit.
So you've managed to successfully start sneaking away from the rest of the group.
Can
Should
I,
we lock down the med bay, sir?
I was going to say, should I chase after and catch? said
You won't.
person
You
if we've
haven't noticed.
Yeah, you haven't
No,
actually
no.
moved.
All right, okay.
I'm still stunned
That's
on the
true.
floor as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, you're doing that thing where you sort of like your eyes are half closed and you're looking back at the room, and any time you notice no one's looking, you just sort of inch forward a little bit further.
I think it's
Yeah,
time
it's-
for another song.
Oh god.
I am setting up the scanner. I am setting up the scanner for my friend. Mystery Space Inc. Here we come. Ready
thought
or
I
not,
hated Natasha, but
scanner.
I just didn't.
Fuego, just hit the damn button.
Can I
Okay,
hit the button yet?
DeFuego,
Yeah,
yes.
just-
Stop
Oh, listen to
button.
you!
Button.
You shot me!
This is going to be
You
a
shot me!
Because you were shooting me.
right,
We shot
DeFuego.
each other at the same time.
This is going to be a lasers roll for you.
Okay.
I would say with 3 dice, because
Cool.
you are proficient with general scientific equipment, and
I am an omni-scientist.
Rammy is trying their best to help you not set the thing to cook rather than
Oh!
scan.
Oh, that's 1 out of 3.
Okay. So it's a success. Doctor, you feel a little bit warmer than you were anticipating the medical scanner to make you.
Oh God!
Like, it's a sort of like, almost like you've got hot indigestion. That's the best way I could describe it.
Heartburn.
But the scan completes, and the display panel shows that there are no foreign bodies detected.
Can I walk out of the chamber like Captain America does when he comes out of the pod? Like when he's like steaming and,
May-
Built like a brick shithouse.
and wet and a
Just-
bit wet, you know.
Make
And
me
a
a,
bit wet.
make me a bit wet. Friggin' hell. Right, just
Slightly damp.
make me one, just one feelings roll to try and carry off the performance on this.
Oh, I'm feeling all
Okay.
kinds of things with this.
The only number that I cannot get on a feelings roll is a 1.
Yep.
I got a 1.
Yeah. Wap, wap, wap.
In your mind, you've stepped out like broad-shouldered, puff-chested, with just like glistening skin. The rest of you noticed that he just sort of stepped out looking like he's got rickets and is sweating profusely.
It was hot in there.
Oh, well, hi. Hi, sir.
Yeah, you're okay, buddy.
Are you sure you're clear? Can we put him through again?
Doctor, are you okay to take over the controls?
I certainly am. Captain, who's next?
Ladies first.
No, I'll go next.
Captain's next.
Okay. So Captain Capitarn steps into the medical scanner.
Well, I got it on the way and fall over.
Yeah, sure, why not? But just make me a feelings roll.
Is he stunned?
You're looking to get above a 5.
6.
Yeah, you do not spill your drink.
That's awesome.
I've got his cocktail.
Yeah, like it's almost like your right hand is gyro stabilized, because as you hit the deck, the drink just does not change its level. It's just perfectly stable.
That's all that matters.
You step in.
You guys didn't see shit.
Doctor, can you
Doctor!
please make me a lasers roll? I'd say with certainly with 3 dice, because you are definitely proficient at medical scanners and you're definitely prepared for this kind of procedure.
Help if I type the right thing in, wouldn't it? So I I got a 1 fail, 1 pass, and 1 laser feeling.
Cool. Absolutely fine. So medical scanner runs and again returns results. No foreign bodies detected. You have to correct the scanner once or twice because it's trying to scan the drink and it's really suspicious of it.
So am I.
But once you finally calibrate it to just disregard readings from the cocktail glass, it's quite happy that that Captain Capitarn is who he says he is.
Turns out it's not a drink; it's just antifreeze.
That's why it's so blue.
That's just.
Just drinking engine coolant.
I was going to say that's just how the Macrura gets rid of excess engine coolant. It dispenses them into cocktail glasses with the anticipation of the crew getting rid of it. But yeah, clearly someone didn't read the manual.
The captain keeps drinking it.
Hey, it
He's a
worked for
bit
the.
batshit.
It worked for. Oh, never mind. There's a movie reference there that I was trying to remember and I've completely
Yeah.
forgot.
Can
So-
I ask my captain to go next?
You can. Before that, though, Dr. Doctor, you did get laser feelings, so that's an insight.
Oh.
I did. My next question, I've just been thinking about for the last 30 seconds, is if I was to uncryo the remaining members of Rammy's crew, would it progress the story or would it make a difference to the story?
It would definitely make a
Yes, sir.
difference to the story.
Okay. I'll keep that on the back burner.
No worries. The Omega Man, that was it. He was too drunk to be a zombie. Anyway, moving on. So, Rammy, you are insisting that your
Jesus.
captain goes next.
Yes.
Okay. At this point, Captain Locke says, I think the person that's been pointing phasers at me should probably go next.
Fine. I kind of like reholster my lasers and jump in the cubicle.
Okay.
Everybody run!
I just deadpan the captain.
Doctor, another 3 laser rolls, please.
Oh, here we go. Oh, baby! I passed 2. Fail 1.
Excellent. Again,
No, hang on. I'd need to get... I can't even remember what I meant to get now.
Are you not a 2?
Yeah, I'm a 2.
Well, I would have said you're at least a 4.
Hey, baby.
So,
I'm going to roll 1, haven't
You've already got 1. Yeah.
I? I've only got 1, Tom. Sorry, yeah, I got that wrong.
1 success.
I only got 1. Yeah, 1 success on that one.
That's fine. The scan runs, and it comes back saying foreign body detected. And
I
just
knew it!
before,
I knew it!
just before the wave of panic takes over the entire crew, you remember you calm everyone down, and you're just like, I forgot to set the calibration back to ignore cocktails. You run the scan. You run the scan again, correctly calibrated to ignore beverages. And this time comes back and says, no foreign bodies detected.
I don't believe it.
Just step out and I'm like, Captain.
I'm gonna
Okay.
push in front. No, me next. And as I push past, stack it on the same cable that the captain tripped on.
Okay, if you can make me a, let's call this a feelings roll, please. I would say just one
Yeah.
d6.
So what have I got to do? Roll? I don't get.
Just roll 1d6, that's what you get.
I got a 5.
You're a 5. Okay. Yeah. What did I say? Feelings roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you stack it and stumble forward and slam your hand against the controls and then fall back into the scanner. Doctor, I'm going to need another 3d6, please.
I'm so glad I volunteered to do this. Okay, so I got a fail, a pass, and a feelings.
Okay.
Laser feelings.
Laser feelings, critical success. So you start to run the scan, and just as you start inputting the controls, you notice that they've been shifted to a different preset, and you don't remember doing this.
Dear. Everyone, they've shifted to a different preset. And I don't remember doing that.
Is
I
it
pull
not?
out my guns and I'm like, I said sabotage. And I look over at my captain.
Captain Locke is still holding their hands up, well aware that they are the only person at the moment in the room without a weapon. Not discounting the 3 remaining unconscious crew members in the cryopods. Doctor, that's laser feelings.
Bloody hell!
I'll
What's
run out of
that
questions.
now?
I'll just, what can I say? The dice are with me tonight. God. What am I having for breakfast tomorrow?
Christ. There's got to be better questions.
I've run out for a minute. I wasn't expecting another one.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what you're having for breakfast tomorrow. I can recommend pancakes, but
The answer is a Costa, obviously.
well, yeah,
Just the paper cup.
could do pancakes.
Other popular coffee chains are available.
Cool.
But they're not as good.
Swann Dyve.
This is not sponsored.
Hello.
Man, can you imagine if we got a Costa sponsorship and then they heard what we're saying? Anyway, Swann Dyve, can you make me a lasers roll, please, with, I'd say,
I
2d6?
Okay. That's a laser and feeling.
Okay. So, as Beaunair steps into the scanner, Doctor, you correct the change in calibration and run it, and the panel flashes up, foreign body detected. As it does, the door to the medical bay slams shut and you hear the clunk of the deadlocks going into place.
Oh, poo.
Well. Wait, weren't there more of you?
Well, let's see here. There's me. Hi. Esse DeFuego.
Head
There's-
of Fuego.
There's Hajj Beaunair over there. Major Hajj Beaunair. There's our captain. Captain Dangerous Dave Capitarn. Say hi, Captain.
Hey!
We got Dr. Doctor. Famous Mystery Space Inc. brother. Woo, 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 woo. And let's see. Then we got the other captain. I forget your name because you kind of suck. And then there's you. I think that's everybody.
What about the other stunned one?
What about
The
Swann
other
Dyve?
stunned one, she was right. Hmm.
It's at this point you realise that Swann Dyve is no longer in the room.
See, I would have kept an eye on her and someone not stunned me all the time.
Who stunned me?
But you stunned me first.
Started it.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, nuh-uh.
Oh, fuck, it starts stun you again. Damn it. Well,
Captain, she's trying to stun me again.
You'd know if
So-
she was than you.
There you go. The machine's on the
looking at
fridge.
this
I'm getting out.
data, are we going on the assumption that my captain has been compromised?
So your captain hasn't
Well-
been scanned yet.
No, currently it's
He's still being scanned.
So far, the only person to bring up a foreign bodies detected result is Major Beaunair, who is just stepping out of the scanner.
But how can we even clarify that if the things have been changed?
Yep. Fucked.
So we still don't know.
The only one we can guarantee is safe is Dr. Doctor.
I know. I'm good at this.
And
and I
me.
just start pressing buttons on the side of the scanner.
So, to
And
recap,
we're locked
so
in
far,
med bay.
Doctor has returned no foreign bodies. So has Captain Capitarn and Tactical Officer Rammy. Major Beaunair has just stepped out of the machine, declaring a foreign bodies detected result.
Put the dog down!
But you also said
The controls have been messed
that the
with.
controls had been tampered with. So we can't guarantee
Any of the results.
any of the results bar the original result. Because that was the specific specification that Dr. Doctor was using.
I was good. I know what I'm doing. Start pressing buttons on the console. I'm good at this.
Okay.
You are good at pressing buttons.
Can you make me a feelings roll, please?
I got a
Can
2.
I am.
Shut up.
That means you passed,
That means it's a fail.
does it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it has to be over, doesn't it? Loser.
Can I see if I can access any of the computers to see where Swann Dyve has gone and if I can unlock medbay?
Yep, that's fine. That would be a lasers roll, please. So you're looking to roll
So I've got to
above.
get high.
You're looking to roll above a 3.
I'll see if I can try
Wow.
and.
I'd
That's
say
a 2.
roll.
I'll see if I can try. Ooh,
I was going to say, I'd say roll 2 dice because it's your ship.
And that's a 5.
Yay!
Okay, well, it's one success anyway. The ship's computer shows you that Swann Dyve is in the helm room. The doors around the ship have been locked down.
I'll
And
see if
the
I can
engines
hotwire
are
the.
starting to cycle up.
I'll see if I can hotwire the medbay panel so I can open it, so we can try and slide it open.
Major Beaunair, you are
Uh-oh.
going to try and fix the
Yes.
medical bay controls. That would be
There he
Yeah.
that would be a lasers roll, please. So you're
Okay.
looking to roll less than 3.
I rolled a 3.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
nice feeling.
perfect success. So your attempts to fix the controls go off without a hitch, and you also get a GM's insight.
I didn't get an
Okay.
insight
Was
when
it
I had my
my,
laser feelings.
Yeah,
Didn't Em get one as
I-
well?
yeah.
I
Do you
did, I've
want to do
forgotten.
hers first?
I do apologise. Yes, Swan Dyve, your insight.
Make it a good one, because I'm going to take the piss if you don't. I'm
There is
waiting.
nothing. There is nothing going on up here right now.
Oh, now my breakfast question doesn't sound so stupid.
Tell you what, we'll do Major Beaunair's laser feelings
Do Major
roll,
Beaunair,
and we'll come
yeah.
back to you immediately afterwards.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Beaunair, we're going to do yours.
Major Beaunair, your laser feelings insight, please.
Do we know if any of the other crew had already been tested before they were locked up?
Good
Something
question.
You do not. At no point have you checked the medical records to find
sir,
out.
Sir! Sir!
Yes,
Sir!
I can see you waving your hand. We'll come to you in a second.
I kept my question.
Just make sure you keep your hand raised with one arm over your head, holding onto your elbow in the way that all school children do when they really know the question they want to ask. So yes, Major Beaunair, at no point have previous medical records been checked, so you have no idea what happened before you got onto the ship, or since you started using the scanner.
Yeah. Pressing button.
Cool, that's fine. So you continue fixing the control panel. Swann Dyve, your laser feelings insight, please.
Who killed Wesley What's-a-Face?
Who?
Wesley Red
Wesley
Shirt.
Redshirt.
Who killed Wesley Redshirt?
Yeah.
Wesley Redshirt.
Suicide.
So obvious. What the fuck?
Oh, and the breakfast question was so brilliant.
I never said, oh, don't pick on me. It was fucking honky.
In fairness, it was his third question in a row in fairly short order. Yes,
I
from
would just like.
from what you can tell from the wounds that they suffered and the condition of the weapon, you can tell that the wound through the chin and through the head was caused by a very close range phaser discharge.
I thought it was an
And-
Alice in Borderland reference, but here we are.
Knowing
What a great show.
that, still not watched it. It's on my list. Knowing what you do about the sort of identification protocols on the phase pistols, in order for it to be fired at that range, it would require either a severe force of will or specific mechanical knowledge to override the safety protocols.
Cool.
I'm just thinking here. The engines are fired up.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
The
Fine.
engine, you can
Swann
hear
Dyve-
the engine starting to cycle up.
Swann
and
Dyve is missing after seeming adamant that we were going to fly into the wormhole.
Mhm.
Is no one else kind of thinking maybe we should get out of Med Bay?
Nope.
We agree, but the biggest problem is we are currently locked in.
Okay.
To say though, I admire her determination. She said she was going to do it, and by golly, she's trying.
Am I able to help, like, Beaunair get everything back online so we can get out of Med Bay?
Yep. So how are you trying to do this? Beaunair is currently working on the controls on the med scanner.
I'm looking for an alternative route. So I'm looking for ducts. I'm a very tiny person. I'm very slight framed and have I'm all personality, but
A halfling, if you will.
You're looking for
not a
vents.
halfling. I'm probably about 4'2".
Okay. So you're just looking to investigate the surroundings and see if you can find an alternate route out.
Yeah, I'm looking for another answer.
Okay, so can you make me a, I'd say lasers roll with two, let's say 3d6, because like this is a situation you've trained for, and it's your ship, so you're well aware of what's going on, so you are proficient and prepared on there. So we're looking at 3d6. It's a lasers roll, so you're looking to roll three or lower.
So I got a 2, a 3, and a 6.
Okay, that's laser feelings. That's a critical success.
Pew 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew. So, looking
I kind
around,
of-
you find that by sort of moving the one pod that's unused, the one cryopod that's not been used, you manage to shift that aside enough to find a service duct access panel directly by the side of it. As you discover this, all of the lights in the room suddenly go out.
Shit.
Now, you do have
Think I
laser
pressed the wrong
feeling.
button.
You do have laser feelings.
I take the torch off my utility belt, and I dive into the hatch
Okay,
to see if I can override the doors manually.
that's fine. So, you have dived into the access hatch. You know that the service tube will lead you outside of the room into the hallway. And there is a control panel out there linked to the main ship systems. Whilst you're doing that, we will jump back to Captain Capitarn and Dr. R. What are you guys up to? So you're in the medical bay. The power has just gone out, and you've just seen a torchlight disappear into a service vent down the side of one of the cryopods.
I can't believe.
Can I just? What did the power go out? Because I thought we got that back on.
Can that be my laser feelings question?
Oh, yes, sorry, you have a laser feelings question. Yes.
I pressed
Yes,
the wrong button.
doctor, help me out there.
Yeah.
Yes,
So what I just said.
Sorry, before we
Redeeming himself
carry
after
on with the
breakfast.
captain, before we carry on with the captain and the doctor, Rami, what is your laser feelings insight?
Is this the same sort of power outages we had before we went into stasis?
No, it is not.
Shit.
As you emerge from the vent on the other side, you realise that the power is still on through the rest of the ship. And it just appears to be the medical bay that has lost power.
Alright. Am I able to open the doors from the outside?
Potentially, we'll come back to you in a second. Captain Capitarn and Dr. R. What are you up to?
Well,
I'm running around aimlessly because it's pitch black and I ain't got a clue what's going on.
You have got a torch on your suit.
I haven't turned that on.
That's fine. That makes total sense. That makes total sense given everything you've done
It is
so
there,
far.
but it is not on.
Just so we go like,
Yep. Okay.
I'm here to lead, not to read.
So, Captain Capitarn is just bouncing off the walls with an unlit torch. Dr. R, what are you up to?
Well, I'm going to turn my torch on.
In a daring strategy.
Excellent.
So wise.
Would you like me to
the
roll for
captain
that?
goes, oh. This is where the captain goes, oh, we have torches.
You've turned your torch on. Can you just make me a quick feelings check, please? Feelings roll. 1d6.
I certainly can, sir. Roll 1d6. Boom! That's a 3, so I passed.
Excellent. As you turn your torch on and scan around the room, you can see your captain just like aimlessly bouncing off the walls. But you can also see Captain Locke is like they've dropped their hands and they are moving steadily towards the captain.
Okay, well I'm gonna unholster my pistol.
Yep.
And I'm gonna point it at him. I'm gonna say, "Hey, dog breath."
Okay. I'm going to say this is a charismatic check of assaulting someone. We'll call this a feelings roll.
You know.
Are you proficient weapons-wise, or
I am
shooting at
not. I am
captains
a
in the
lover.
dark? Yep. Okay, so this is going to
I'm a
be
lover.
this is going to be 1d6 then.
But I got a 6, so I passed.
That's fine. It's passed. As you level your phase pistol on there, you hear the little motors on your torch sort of follow the line of the pistol. And as it points towards Captain Locke, they turn and they snarl at you. But as they bare their teeth, you can see like hundreds of little like tendrils protruding out of their gums, just sort of flailing towards you.
Damn. Well, I guess I'm gonna shoot.
That's fine.
You're going to start blasting.
So I started blasting.
I'm going to say this feels like a gut reaction. How are you shooting them?
Well, I'm gonna say
describe the
with a
manner
hell of
in
a lot
which
of
you
adrenaline.
discharge. Yeah. Okay.
Adrenaline and very, very fast.
Okay.
Pa, 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 pa.
Just out of curiosity, is your phase pistol still set to stun?
Unfortunately, so yes, I didn't change it.
That's fine. So that's going
As
to
I
be
said, I'm a lover.
that's going to be a 1d6 feelings roll, please.
And I pass.
Excellent. Yeah, the phase shot goes off and the captain just drops. But as they're lying on the floor and you point your torch towards them, you can still see the little tendrils on the gums just sort of flailing, sort of searching around out of the mouth.
Okay. At this point,
I mean, I'm not saying I told you so.
at this point, I'm going to shout the major.
You there?
Major! And then I'm just going to point at the ugly tentacle thingy, because this isn't my specialty. We have a problem.
Yes, we do. I
Don't
shoot
forget-
to stun the doctor.
That will be a feelings roll, please.
I got it too.
So
Dear.
the stun shot sails past and sparks off a wall behind you. Captain Capitarn, you've noticed this particular little exchange between your medical officer and tactical officers. You can see Captain Locke on the floor with the crazy mouth tentacles going on. What do you do?
I didn't sign up for this.
You're here now.
I've only watched
You're
this
the
on
captain.
Pornhub.
You're here now. You're the captain.
It's going to be one 2C blowjob.
Think of all those tendrils all over it.
I'm popping my gun over to kill, and I am shooting to kill.
Okay, who are you aiming at?
Their captain,
Their captain who's unconscious on the floor.
the tentacle bitch.
That's fine. That's going to be a lasers roll, please. Less than 5.
Fuck. Got a 6.
Okay. Yeah. You perfectly managed to blast a shot into the floor just next to them, freaking out.
Still
At
a
this
bit drunk
point,
on
the adrenaline's going, and you panic pull on the trigger. Can you make me a feelings roll, please?
2.
The blaster, you just fire random shots around the medical bay. You're fairly certain you've just taken at least 2 of the other pods offline.
Oh,
Uh-oh. They
Right,
gonna
right.
die.
So the
Sorry,
remaining
guys.
crew in the
We'll have to start
cryopods are you started blasting. Okay, so DeFuego, you've seen all of this. You've just about managed to dodge the captain's wildfire. What are you doing?
well, first I'll exclaim a couple of, dare I say, extreme expletives like, "Holy heckin' hamburgers!" And then I'ma slink my way into the air duct and hide away from all this crazy chaos and make my way over to the engineering bay.
Okay. I'm going to say this is be a feelings roll.
Thank you. How many die?
Just be the 1 on this. I don't think this is something you're particularly prepared or proficient for.
Ooh, 4.
4. It's a success. You managed to successfully slip into the duct.
And sneak my way to the
outside.
engineering bay.
Yep. So, running back round. Swann Dyve. You're now currently at the helm. The engines are cycling up and almost at full power. What would you like to do? What are you up to?
Drive. Put my foot down. Pedal to the metal.
That's fine.
Full systems ahead.
In a move that shocks us all.
That's fine. So I'd say, let's see.
At least 5d6.
This is going to be a lasers roll. I'm going to say you're certainly proficient
10d6.
with starship controls, being the pilot.
12d6.
And I'd say no, but I'd say certainly 3d6 on this.
Okay.
You're looking to roll less than 5. Or, sorry, 5 or less.
2 successes and 1 laser feeling.
Cool.
Oh my god.
So,
we're all doomed.
like,
We're all doomed.
remember that bit from like Reservoir Dogs where Michael Madsen's just kind of like dancing around to Stuck in the Middle and just like lashing out at the guy with the You're basically doing that around the pilot's controls. Every so often just like flicking your fingers and just slapping the controls and just making a course correction. Whilst Stuck in the Middle is playing over the ship speakers in the helm. And yeah, the ship is now aligned with the wormhole and aiming straight for it.
My
Laser
question,
feelings as well. Yep. So what's your insight?
I've thought of one this time.
Good.
Will I get to the wormhole prior to was it Rammy who's in the ducts getting to me?
You might.
Great. These insights are really insightful.
I have to answer honestly. You might. I don't know.
Somewhere above the rainbow.
Speaking of which, Rammy, you've made your way through the ducting. You're now at the in the hallway outside of the medical bay. You can see that all of the lights are still on throughout the ship, so you know that the power loss is just inside the medical bay. You've just heard a couple of phaser discharges as well, along with some shouting.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew,
What
pew.
the?
Right. So I activate my stealth again,
Yep.
and I try and open the doors from the outside
Okay. How are you doing that?
with my phaser at the ready. As like tactical officer on the ship for a long time, I've got to know the systems very well, And even though I don't always have an orthodox way of, or the quickest way of doing something, I normally find a way around it. So I'm going to get into the computer and see if I can open that now.
Okay, no worries. That's going to be 2d6 laser roll, please.
So I'm trying to roll high.
You're trying to roll low, 3 or less.
That's a 3.
Okay, that's laser
That's a
feelings.
2.
Excellent. So, after tampering around with the computer controls for a few seconds, you realise that you are completely locked out from trying to free the door. However, you are well aware that there is a structural weak point on a specific point around the door that will release the locking mechanism in the event of an emergency. Pulling out your phase pistol, you set it to a narrow beam, high intensity, aim for the point, and just dead-eye the locking mechanism. As you do, the doors automatically whoosh back open as the deadlocks release and light floods in, and you can see that Captain Capitarn is sort of against the back wall, just aiming his pistol at the unconscious form of Captain Locke. Dr. Doctar is aiming their pistol at Major Beaunair, who is also aiming their pistol at Dr. Doctar. You've stumbled into what looks like quite possibly the least organised Mexican standoff you've ever seen. Noticeable by their absence is Esse DeFuego, who appears to have just vanished from the room. You also have laser feelings, so think about your question first.
Right, I shout to the guys and I'm like, come on you lot, we've got to stop the ship right now or your buddy is going to fly us into a friggin' wormhole.
Hello.
Well, hi!
That
You
just
hear-
comes over the comms.
Just over the comms, yeah.
Well, hi!
Shipwide PA is just broadcasting a cheery hello.
And my question
Yep.
would be, am I aware of any control panels anywhere near me that we would potentially be able to use to disable the engines to stop us flying towards the wormhole?
Yes, in the engineering bay. You know that there is a
Sweet.
manual shutdown in the engineering bay to basically shut the engines down.
Okay. So is anyone actually listening to me?
No.
Well, hi!
So, Esse DeFuego, you've just emerged from a vent just a few feet further down the corridor,
I sure did.
around about like shin height.
Yes, sir. And I've made my way to the engineering bay,
Yep.
because that's where I wanted to go to begin with, if someone wasn't an old stick in the mud and just stopped me.
Yep.
Okay, and I wanted to go after Swann Dyve.
Okay. So, Esse, you've made your way to the engineering bay.
Yes.
We'll come back to you in a second. Going back
Oh,
to
come on.
the standoff at the med bay. So, Captain Capitarn, you are pointing your recently discharged phase pistol at the unconscious form of Captain Locke. Dr. Doctar and Hajj Beaunair are currently both locked in a standoff with one another. We'll go to Major Beaunair first.
I was going to say, I'm guessing I've got the same equipment pretty much as
Yes,
the
you do.
other officers, so I'm going to hit the stealth.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What, are we both going after Swann Dyve?
The turns have tabled.
So,
Obviously.
yeah, we'll call this a feelings roll. This is like an instinctive slap the stealth
it
badge
just one,
and
or do you want
head
two,
off. I'd say 2. Yeah, 2, because
Am I trying to get higher
it
on
is
my
part of
weapons
your
right
training.
now?
It's a feelings roll, so you're trying to roll 3 or higher.
Alright, I got a 5 and a 4.
Excellent. Stealth engages, and Doctar, you're sort of just left going, what the... Oh, God, I forgot that these suits were all equipped with stealth badges.
Well, I would have thought tactical people would have had them, yeah, makes sense.
Doctar would have been
yeah.
aware
Kind
of
issue
them,
for a
but
tactical officer.
yeah, Doctar would have been aware of them, but probably not at the forefront of their mind.
No, I'm not a combat trained Soldier.
Excellent. So,
Buffoon!
I'm going
Hajj
to stealth
Beaunair.
and look towards the engineer bay if I can get out of the room.
okay, yep. That's fine. So you make your way towards engineering. Captain Capitarn and Dr. R, what are you up to?
Well, the other captain that I stunned,
Yes.
and then everyone else failed to shoot.
Yeah.
Does he still have moving tentacles? Mate? I'm looking at it. Can I see these moving tentacles?
Oh yeah, they're still moving. They're sort of like moving in waves, like sort of first pointing towards you, and then towards Captain Capitarn, and then back towards you, and
So-
then back towards Captain Capitarn.
I'm
Captain
gonna
Locke himself is still unconscious.
I'm gonna think back to how I was told they found the body of the trainee. Is that right?
Yes.
Is he a trainee?
Yep.
Wesley?
Ensign Wesley Redshirt.
That's the one, red shirt. So I'm going to walk up with my blaster now to kill. I'm going to stick it right under the chin of Mr. Captain Locke.
Yep.
And I'd like to fire some rounds up through his head.
That's fine.
Can I stop him?
You're not there.
You were ready.
She is at the door, seeing you do this.
Oh.
Is the door? I thought the door was locked. So we
Doors,
open the door.
door's open.
Yeah,
now.
we opened the door.
Ramy's
Oh, okay.
managed to basically blast the deadlock release mechanism, and the door's open now. So the room is flooded with light from the hallway, so you can see what's going on. You don't need your torches to see. And Major Beaunair has stealthed and pieced out away from there. So yeah, you are. I was gonna say, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. You are more than able to put the pistol under their chin and pull the trigger.
Yeah, and then what I'd like to do is now he's dead, and I'm hoping the creature within. I'd like to get his body onto the scanning table.
Did you have to kill him to do that? He was already stunned.
Yeah, because the monster was still alive. The tentacles all waving, and
Yep, that's fine.
and then I thought to myself, the other guy killed himself. I'm guessing he was infected, and that seemed to have done the trick.
Okay. So I'm going to
Definitely do that
need.
to a person.
Again, at this point, you've used up medical scanner enough. I'm not even going to make you roll for this one.
But wait, isn't the power out in the mid bay?
As you load the captain into the medical scanner, you realise that the power is still out.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of stacked up in there. But you do notice that the tentacles in the mouth are no longer moving.
Okay, maybe I could move his body onto a table of some sort and do a manual autopsy.
Yep, there is I was going to say, with the light coming in, there is a table there, sort of medical tools for you to do an autopsy. It's going to take you a little while to do that. So if you want to crack on with that, we'll go to Captain Capitarn. What are you up to?
I'm just running around aimless, I think. I haven't got a clue. Everyone's just chilling.
I think they're doing anything but chilling.
Yeah.
I grab Captain Capitan and I give him a sharp slap.
Can I still
I'm
shoot?
like, we've got to stop Swann Dyve.
Can I still shoot testicle face?
No, he's dead. Killed
Oh.
him.
Oh, that's boring.
Tentacle
How am I
Face
meant to
is
do that?
Tentacle Face is dead. However, there is nothing against you shooting him.
If you can.
You've
How
really-
far away is Swann Dyve from me? I can't deal with this fucking traitor anymore.
So Swann Dyve has legged it down the hallway, and they are currently in the helm.
Wait, she's fucking directing this shit.
Yes.
She's
yeah,
flying it into the
driving-
black hole.
driving the ship.
Capitan, she is flying this ship into the wormhole, and as her senior officer and captain, you should probably stop her.
Well, I think if I can see her from here, I will attempt to start blasting.
Can't,
Okay,
You're in the med
you
bay.
can't-
Yeah, you can say.
You're
She's
still in the
locked
med
in.
bay. They're in the helm,
She's locked
and they've
in the helm.
locked the door down. So you could make your way down the corridor to the helm, but the door is still
And
locked.
she locked all the doors down, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I shoot the door?
Are you trying to open it, or are you just trying to damage it?
I want to get into it. So if they're all locked, then surely shooting it's going to get me in.
That's fine.
I like
That's
that
how
logic.
things
so-
work.
Yeah, I like that logic. I like that logic more than I should.
How are you shooting it? Is this sort of like a panic thing, or are you like trying specifically to hit a weak spot?
I want to hit a weak spot.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to her. My panic is to get to her, but I'm still thinking logically about how I'm going to blaze the door.
Make me a lasers roll.
A lasers roll.
Yeah, so you're looking to roll 5 or less.
Nope. Why have I not just copied and pasted this yet? 6.
Okay. And then make
Well.
me a feelings roll. So 5 or higher.
1.
6.
Oh.
Excellent.
Oh.
So looking at the door, you try to work out exactly where the deadlock mechanism is, and you can't do it. So you just start blasting. You just start like wildly aiming and firing at random points around the outside of the door with no thought towards procedure or mechanism, and eventually you manage to hit one control and the doors whoosh open.
Take that door.
Jumping back to the engineering bay. DeFuego
Hi.
and Beaunair, you've made your way into engineering. What are you up to? So I'd say DeFuego, you probably got there first.
Okay.
Beaunair will be arriving in a few seconds. What are you up to?
I'm gonna look at doing some old power diversion on the engineering bay.
Cool. Diverting power from where to where?
From everywhere to the engines.
Okay. That's going to be a lasers roll, and I'd say with 2d6.
Damn.
And then I'm going to arrive and assist him.
With 3d6.
Woo! Okay, that is a critical fail. That is a 0 out of 3.
So none of them worked. You didn't roll.
None of them worked for me.
You didn't roll higher than a 2 on 3 dice.
Oh wait, I rolled higher
Oh,
than
sorry.
yeah.
Less than a 2 on 3 dice. 2 or less on 3
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even with Major Beaunair's assistance, you managed to actually overload the engines, and they start sparking, and small fires have started breaking out in the engineering department now.
Wow, I didn't realise he was helping us so much.
Oh. Well, gee.
Um,
Can we like lock? Can we lock the
Yeah.
engineering bay at
We-
least?
Can I at least try and seal all entrances to engineering?
you can certainly try. That would be a lasers roll. I'd say just with 1 dice, because this is not. No, actually, no, 2 dice.
You
'cause
already-
you'd be proficient with the security systems.
And surely I'd be helping.
3 dice then.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are we going to get? Above or below?
So you're looking to make a lasers roll, so it's 3 or less.
In that case, I got 3 successes. I got 2 and 2 ones.
2 and 2 ones. Okay, yep. You've managed to lock the
Okay.
doors once you've deadlock sealed the doors to the engineering department again.
Oh yeah, I wanted to seal all entrances, events, everything. Just laser it all, seal it all.
Okay, yeah. So everything, like deadlock seals, have been renewed on everything, with the exception of the med bay and helm doors, on account of the fact their mechanisms have been damaged beyond the point at which they could be locked.
Well, golly,
Yeah.
it's sure nice to have a friend around.
So, jumping back to Swann Dyve, you are again. Everything is pointing the ship now towards the wormhole. The door has just basically exploded behind you, and the frenzied face of Captain Capitarn is staring at you. Phaser still glowing from just the level of
Flare.
rounds that have been blasted around this door.
I turn and shoot.
Okay, that's going to be a lasers. No, actually, it's how are you shooting?
I'm looking down the barrel. I'm being very precise, and I'm aiming for the heart.
So you're taking your time to aim and then fire with specific intention.
Yeah, well, yes, it's definitely with specific intention. But I'm doing it all very quickly.
Okay, that's fine. So if you can make me a 2d6 lasers roll, please.
I'm getting higher or lower again. Sorry, it's
So
higher.
lasers,
Isn't
you're
it?
looking to roll. Sorry, what was yours?
Letters.
5. So you're looking to roll a 5 or lower.
Okay, I got a success and a laser feeling.
Okay. Captain Capitarn, can you make me a feelings roll, please? And I say with two dice because you are hopped up on adrenaline from blasting the fuck out of the door.
Drinking engine coolant.
And drinking engine coolant. Yeah, you're a chemical mess right now. So yeah, you're looking to roll a 5 or higher on 2 dice.
You're like Bane
Yeah.
on a hangover.
Yeah, what? Sod it, on 3 dice. Why not?
Dave,
It's fucking raging
Yes.
on the stage.
you got to roll some dice, bro.
6.
Oh, he passed.
Excellent. So,
Oh.
one of the shots clips you in the upper arm, but you manage to combat roll out. Yeah, you're supposed to roll 3 dice.
You ain't rolled one, mate.
1 and a 4.
That's fine. Yeah, one of the shots clips you in the upper arm, but manages to send you sprawling down behind a control. You're still alive and kicking, but you are injured.
No.
Can't
Can't believe this.
I'm coming for
Okay.
you.
I'm the captain. Shield me!
I don't give a shit. I was the one shooting you.
Not you. You traitor.
So, Rammy, you've just seen the captain run past you, blast open the doors. You've heard him blast open to the doors, and then there's been more laser fire from that end. You've seen Dr. Doctar haul the now deceased form of your captain up and throw them onto a medical table and start trying to dissect them. Major Beaunair vanished, and then you heard the engineering bay doors open, close, and deadlock again. What are you doing?
Holding your head in your hands.
Yes.
I'm in the fetal position in the corridor. No, I'm not. Why did they wake me up? No, after hearing the gunshots, I'd like to kind of do a quick swing round the corner and see if I can disable / kill Swann Dyve.
Okay, cool.
Whoa.
So
And get
yeah,
access, because I want to get access to the helm.
okay, no worries. Let's call that proficient, prepared. Yep, 3d6 lasers roll, please. So you're looking to roll a 3 or less.
That is a 3.
Oh, so that's laser feelings.
So do I manage to disable?
You
Swann
manage,
Dyve?
yeah. So Swann Dyve,
No.
you take a shot to the torso. It sends you spinning past one of the controls. You also gain laser feelings, so that is a GM insight.
I mean, I had one of those.
My
But I don't
question
have a
is, to my knowledge, are all the crew infected, as far as I can tell, apart from Capitarn, who's just a bit of a dick.
Who do you think is currently infected?
Beaunair, DeFuego, Swann Dyve. The only one I'm not sure of is Doctar and Capitarn.
Okay. That is correct.
So, it's been nice knowing all you guys, but I'm going to ready an escape pod and go to your fucking ship and leg it.
Fair
Stop
enough.
that bitch.
Who are you yelling at to?
Just over the comms.
Capitarn, you
I
are
disabled Swann Dive.
you're currently
I
dealing
just
with a
started shouting.
you're currently dealing with a wounded shoulder behind one of the controls on the helm.
Sorry about that.
Doctor, what are you doing? You're you've sort of looked out into the hallway and you've seen Rammy just kind of shrug and then take off towards the airlocks. You've got Captain Locke on the medical table. You've basically managed to you've done like quite quick work of it. You managed to remove the top of their skull, and you can see that where there should be a brain, there's just like a ball of worms.
It's kind of funny. Dr. Doctor's the only one who's been messing with someone's guts when it was Capitarn's. It was Capitarn's objective all along.
Yes, it was. Well, Tom, the point of me doing the autopsy, see if I could find any weakness, maybe easy way of destroying, not disabling all of the infected, maybe at the same time. Maybe.
Haven't you just been outed as an infected?
Nope.
No.
I think you'll find I did not. No.
In fact, I
She
think you'll
wasn't
find quite
sure
the
about
opposite.
him.
I think you'll find that I was actually clean. I've been scanned, and also proved by the GM that I am not infected. So I would like to look to see maybe the whole point of the autopsy is to see if I can get any results to see if they're like a hive mind or some way of defeating them quite easily.
Let's make this a
How was this not a laser?
lasers roll with fuck it with 3d6.
Oh baby!
How was I supposed?
So I got a laser and feelings, and then I failed the other two.
That's fine. Laser feelings is all that counts. You
Hell yeah,
recognise that
fuck.
these are part of a sort of Gestalt hive mind called the Swarm. It's a species that you've encountered and have some knowledge of from medical records. You know that they are particularly sensitive to heat, such as being shot directly with a phase pistol, and they are susceptible to sound.
What I thought.
Now, we're
If
just
only I
going
had
to
a
do
really annoying sidekick.
quick wrap up with laser feelings. I forgot that Swann Dyve got laser feelings. What was your question?
Have all the infected got different objectives?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just fucked up.
No,
Um,
going
I
about
just,
it a different
I just
way.
feel very alone in my mission.
No.
Doctor, your laser feelings insight.
Is the queen on board from the hive?
No.
The hive queen.
No, it does not have a queen.
Ah.
It is a decentralized swarm. The swarm is one entity. It does not have a single guiding principle.
A swarm is one. One is the
It's
swarm.
it's like
We are swarm.
it's more like a smart moss or fungus
Hello.
rather than like a hive.
I wish I would have. I've got a different question now, and it could have been the answer to this.
Wow. Can't ask two questions.
I know. I'm gonna have to take a risk on this.
Yep.
Are any of the panels around me working currently?
The only one that you can see working is out in the hallway that Rammy was working with.
Okay, so I would like to go to that panel, Tom.
Yep.
And I would like to set the ship to self-destruct.
I was gonna say, while all this is going on in engineering, though, can we disable everything?
We'll come back to you in a second. Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Being that you're one of the senior officers within the sort of consortium hierarchy, you know the self-destruct command sequence for that.
And the reason I asked that for is I particularly really stupid question that Captain earlier on was how fast could the ship be destroyed, or could the ship be destroyed? And you said 3 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That was our ship, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is the same ship.
No.
They're part of the same crew, aren't they? So I'm guessing that the same protocol would be a 3-minute timer
They have.
on the self-destruct. So I would like to activate the self-destruct.
Okay. The self-destruct is now active. I have started a 3-minute countdown. So, Engineering Bay, what are you up to?
I wanted to
We hear the
disable
big.
everything.
I imagine it would make a massive klaxon noise, right?
It'd make an incredible noise.
Yep, it is
No.
making an
Okay,
incredible noise, and you are well aware that the self-destruct has been activated.
So, in a blind panic, like pure instinct, I try and shut off the self-destruct. I override the self-destruct from the engineering bay.
Okay. Let's
Ah!
call this
Make it stop! I gotta make it stop! This noise is worse than a Taylor Swift concert.
Let's call it a feelings roll.
Yeah, with expertise. I am a
gonna say-
scientist after all.
I would
I'm going to say no to this
with
because
expertise, yes.
see, I test that because you said earlier they were bothered by sound, and I would have thought the alarm would have distressed them.
The alarm is distressing them. But
That's
it's
why I'm in a
still-
blind panic.
Yep, it is still 2 dice because fundamentally they're trying to do something that they are aware of the procedure for.
Okay.
1 and 1.
2 ones.
4 and a 1.
4 and a 1. You managed to access the self-destruct controls. Unfortunately, you do not have sufficient rank or credentials to disable them.
Would a technical officer have the credentials?
Tactical officer might.
Well, gee. What a
I'm trying
crazy
to-
random happenstance.
I'm trying to access the control panel to turn it off, and also to shut off all other control panels other than engineering bay.
Cool. Make me I'd say lasers roll with 2 dice, please. We're looking for a 3 or less.
I got a 3 and a 5, which is laser feelings, I believe.
That is laser feeling, so that is a critical success. You've managed to shut off access to all of the ship's systems. Unfortunately, you do not have sufficient clearance to stop the self-destruct. You have now disabled the ability for anyone else to shut off the self-destruct.
Well, yeah, and also turn off all the control panels everywhere, which means no one can leave the ship.
Aren't I already in an escape pod?
No,
By
you were
this
heading
point,
to an escape pod.
Rami, you would have already made it to and utilised the escape pod. You are safely off the ship.
The doctor's coming with us, let's put it that way. Because I'm guessing that we are going to be less than 3 minutes away from this black hole since we've been heading there this entire time.
Yep.
Black hole.
So, Rami, you are currently slow boating your way in an escape pod back towards the Makrura.
Watching this ship go.
I'm gonna
Picking you guys off.
I'm gonna be honest. Esse and Beaunair, you're locked into a now on-fire engineering department as the ship is primed to self-destruct. You have no escape. I'm afraid this is where your adventure will end.
We don't care. We just want to go to the black hole.
Yeah, we made it.
Jumping back to the bridge.
Oh, hail the swarm! The swarm is one. We are swarm.
Swann Dyve, you can hear the self-destruct klaxon going off. You can see the ship is aimed for the wormhole and heading towards it. What are you doing?
Celebrating. I'm gonna crack open a cocktail and I might shoot another bullet into the captain if he's still hid behind the console.
That's fine. You've managed to find the one panel that just was about to shut down, hit it, order a cocktail, and then are just sipping on it and firing wildly at the Captain Capitarn,
Pretty
who is
much,
hiding
yeah.
behind a console. Captain Capitarn, what are you doing while this is going on?
Hiding behind the console, clearly.
That's fine. Dr. Doctor, your final act is to do what?
He's dead.
Yeah, I'm dying anyway. I guess I'm gonna go find a window.
Go find the pool that the captain was on about.
I guess I'm gonna find a window and stare absently out of it.
Watch Remy fly away waving.
With my finger up.
You detect that the klaxon for the self-destruct kind of sounds like a wop, 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 wop.
So, Dr. Doctor, as you stand there at the porthole, staring into the black hole, wondering how exactly your promising medical career has come to such a inglorious end, the raptor is pulled into the quantum wormhole. The engines begin to react with the violent energies, and the entire ship is crushed into a beautiful, glimmering singularity before being snuffed out of existence. The only
All hail the
person
swarm!
left alive to relay any of this information back to Consortium Command is Tactical Officer Rammy, who may or may not be
Save
believed
the South.
based on the events that have transpired here.
Who may or may not be infected now.
And so
All hail swarm!
that brings us to the end of this evening's adventure.
I can't believe I got away with that for so long. Like, not being found.
My thanks once again to everyone for playing, and to all of you watching or listening along on stream or on catch up. I know that, not unlike this particular mission, this year has been an unmitigated disaster, but I want to give a special thanks to all of you for sticking with me, coming along every other week, and helping to create some truly chaotic and testing adventures and beautiful memories over the last year. We will be taking a extended break over Christmas and New Year to give us all time to recharge, eat and drink too much, and generally take what joy we can in these strange and uncertain times, TM. But we will be back at the same time, Sunday, 17th of January 2021, with an all-new D&D adventure for you to consume through your ear holes. Until then, for both our listeners and my players, I have one final gift.
You dickhead.
Ladies
I
and
am so
gentlemen,
glad I was already
please
out.
enjoy
Groove
the
is back.
music of
Yeah,
Wham.
We got Wham today.
I've got it on mute.
As
Groove is back,
always,
man.
stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, keep your distance. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone. Good night.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Dice Roll fan!
I was like, I lasted one day from Whamageddon. I got whammed literally the first day.